Hi everybody! Welcome to Weekly Reverse 1999 by yours truly, Kitty Bunny. Hi guys! Happy Saturday. Whatever day it is for you. Oh boy. I had a double stream today. We played Honkai earlier with Kitty, so now I'm here for our regularly scheduled regularly scheduled reverse. But yes. Oh, who is here? Hey Domo, Bad Wolf, VG, Jennifer, hello. Hey Val, welcome. Hey Aposto, hi. And everyone who is lurking and making your way in, welcome. Oh, Bustle, you're still awake from last stream. Well, do not lose sleep on my behalf. But hey, I'm not here to tell you how to live your life, so just don't overdo it. All right, guys, we are still on chapter 6 related things. Today we're gonna do Isolde character story. I know you guys said it was kind of shorter than usual other character stories, so if we get through it kind of quickly and we still have some time, I might also do Marcus's character story, but we'll see. But I'm not holding my breath on that because sometimes it takes me a little long to get through stuff. So yeah, we're gonna focus on Isolde's character story today. Let's see. Okay. I have not done my dailies today, but maybe do them later. Oh wait, I'm gonna. Where do I go for it? Here? Let me see. Okay. Alright. Hey K Rider. Hey Koverick. Welcome. Okay, we're focusing on Isolde's character story today. The Small Room. Ooh. Oh boy. Alright. Let's get started. We finished chapter 6 of the main story last time, and oh my god, it was really good. Like towards the end there, it got really intense and crazy. So that was very interesting. So we are going to do this one. Ooh. Okay. Let us do. Interesting. So there's 8 nodes. Okay, we'll see. If we get this done in like at 1.5 hours, then we'll do Marcus's. But if it gets over 2 hours, then maybe we don't do Marcus. We'll see. Oh my god, Hoffman! Oh man, I can't believe we lost her. Like, kind of sad. She was a really good character. And that was really sad. But, well, Marcus got some great character development, so. Okay, let us go. The Small Room, Isolde's character story. Dun dun dun. Dog door. Oh, sad news indeed. Most unfortunate and disappointing news. Stamping his feet in anger, the gentleman lets out a wail of frustration.
I'm not sure that.
They canceled her new show just like that? I've been waiting for it all season. What else could be done? Surely you wouldn't expect her to sing after what happened. Have some compassion for her, will you? Fate has dealt her a cruel hand in life. Although this lady immediately volleys criticism, there is nothing accusatory in the softness of her tone.
I think that...
Vienna has lost its star, at least for this season. Another man joins the conversation, also terribly hit by the news. His eyes are as dim and cold as 2 lifeless cobblestones at the bottom of a river. He walks at the rear of the crowd with heavy footsteps. I saw it with my own eyes, the entire thing. She left the Vienna State Opera in the afternoon. She must have planned to take a walk in Wigglesdrayer Park, as she always does on Thursday afternoons. On that day, her dark curly hair cascaded over her shoulders, and her face was pale as porcelain. She was in a lavender dress with a soft wool shawl around her arms. She looked pretty and fragile, like a doll made of glass.
Which means...
Did you see her? Yes, I saw her faint. Oh god. She seemed perfectly fine when she took leave of the theater manager, but after a few steps she started shaking. She whimpered and scratched at her pretty face. Her unusual heavenly voice became the howling cry of a mad cat. He murmurs with a dark heat in his tone. A light of sinister delight flickers in his eyes. What the fuck? Her servants tried to stop her, but it was too late. She ran off, tripped over her dress, and fell down the Albertina stairs. They helped her up, but by then she'd already fainted. Oh god.
That's surprising.
God in heaven, poor thing. His audience responds with gasps and sobs. Dramatizing it? It breaks one's heart to see such a thing. Soon, her physician came. He'd been by her side all day. It was only in the brief moment in which that horrid affair occurred that he was away attending to another matter. Did he take her to the hospital? How is she now? Oh heavens, this is terribly sad. Most unfortunate for a talented lady such as her. She's so delicate. Even a strong gust of wind could whisk her off her feet. And now she has to come to terms with the painful fact that her dear child has been cruelly taken from her. Huh? Who are they talking about? I thought they were talking about Isolde this whole time. Child. Okay, well, let's see. The lady whips open her mother pearl fan to hide the tears that are now streaming down her face. Thank goodness she still has Theophil. Still, it does little to ease a mother's pain. Aww. She continues to mutter to herself, though her cheeks are still wet with the tears of compassion. There is a quiet joy in her heart as she attracts the other's gaze. Attention, whore. None of us would ever have the courage to face such tragedy. Having to witness her own child taken by death at the seance 3 days ago must have destroyed her. We were all there, you know, Lily, Marlene, Fiona, and I. That poor girl, such a lovely little thing.
So?
Little Trista, she was only 3 years old. Her rosy cheeks turned a grayish blue within seconds. Her pale lips were stained with red with blood, and 2 golden tears welled in her empty eyes and ran down her cheeks. She died in a moment, just like that. But that sweet song didn't fade away, for the whole night it was trapped in her. Her throat, like a little songbird captive in a cage. It wasn't until morning that we mustered enough strength to touch her. She was still soft, as if she was only sleeping. It's kind of intense. She gently flutters her fan as she reveals more and more details to the crowd. They listen in breathless suspense.
I don't know.
Huh. Oh, fine, I admit it. I was too harsh on her. No one would be able to sing on stage in the wake of such misfortune.
I think that...
She should rest. She must be devastated, poor thing, losing her child like that. The gentleman takes out his silk handkerchief and dabs at the corner of his moistened eyes. This is a situation in which sympathy is the only appropriate response. But a voice from the other side of the crowd breaks the sad silence.
No way.
No, she didn't cancel the performance to mourn her daughter. Huh. Did you forget? She showed up at the rehearsals after her daughter's death. I saw her just yesterday. Isolde had a daughter? Huh? Her face reddens with frustration at these speculations. Her doctor came to me that very night with a dissected rabbit in his palms. A quick look made it very clear. His eyes are red and bulging, just like the pair of distended What? What the fuck? Just like the pair of distended ovaries he saw inside the rabbit. Okay, that's very weird. Okay. Very, strange, imagery there. She's with child again, 2 months into her pregnancy, in fact. Huh? The announcement of a new child just 3 days after her daughter's tragic death. Oh. Okay, this is not Isolde. This is her mom. Okay. Oh yeah, they lost their first kid. I forgot they had 3 children. They lost the first daughter, and then she only has Theophil. But now she's pregnant again, probably with Isolde. Oh my god. The change in the rabbit's ovaries told us everything. I wish I could show you, good people, for it is evidence most irrefutable. What does a rabbit's ovaries have to do? What? Wait, back then using a rabbit to detect pregnancies was a thing? How and why? Ugh. What? That's so weird. I almost don't. I'm curious to know how they use a rabbit, but honestly, I don't know if I really want to know. It's kind of gross. You crazy people, stay away from my ovaries. You ain't using mine. Ugh. Evangeline must rest. No matter how much she loves the stage and her audience, she has no choice. She has no choice. Okay. That was her first appearance in Vienna. Isn't what this guy telling the others a violation of person's privacy? You guys think they had like privacy laws back then? Like was it HIPAA? Like health privacy HIPAA laws or whatever. That don't exist in the early 1900s. No one cared. A fanatic admirer bribed her mother's doctor. Wait. A fanatic admirer bribed her mother's doctor, okay? Isolde's mother, subsequently discovering her existence through a fluffy and oddly bloody, pregnancy test. Huh? Ooh, this is so gross. Perhaps soon these rabbit tests will become a mainstream method of determining pregnancy. Can y'all stop using my kin as pregnancy tests? This is so nasty. Good lord. I don't know about this, guys. This is kind of weird. Hey, Ellen, welcome. Who knows what will happen in this world of turmoil? Someone approaches from behind, the figure of a child. Favored by the god of theater, this child is a star, even from before birth. Mm-hmm. In the many years that followed, before she made her debut, people talked of her as the girl who arrived upon the wings of death.
Is that so?
But is she really an opera singer? Wait, if you go for the rabbit foot for luck, it makes sense to use more. So nothing goes to waste. Damn. Why do everyone have something against rabbits, huh? Why do you guys always want to... Why do people want to disfigure us? Dismember us so bad? Jeez. The voice pauses, awaiting an answer. Look at her. Isolde. This is a sister that died? Oh my god. Isolde, my lovely little sister. She's the new star of Vienna, gaining both fame and fortune in the theater. As a singer, her name has surpassed that of our mother, who is now only remembered as the perpetrator of that appalling crime. But my sister has never performed in a play, not even once. Oh! Whoa! Is this her older sister? Oh my god! That's really sad. What the fuck? They brought her dead sister back? This is crazy. She's there, but she also isn't. She's many people, including me. My voice in her throat, my smile on her face. Whoa, that's so weird. So pretty much Isolde is just taking the talent of her older sister that died. That's so crazy. Wait, this is kind of wild. Upon the stage, many spirits wander. There are men's voices, women's voices, even children's. You can find them all. Different songs, different stories, but they aren't hers. Yes, yes. Rather innovative, isn't it? To channel spirits in an operatic performance. Emotions she has never felt gleam in her eyes and flow from her mouth. She holds the spirits as they gently fall upon her, just as she is held by the stage.
Yes, that's right.
Silly goose. My little sister was never an actress. She's but a stage upon a stage, a pretty glass vessel. Man. A little hand softly touches your soul. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah! A little hand softly touches your shoulder and the other points into the darkness. A door? Why is there a door? How strange. Am I right? Did I guess what you were thinking? The figure bursts into delighted laughter. Oh, God. We all know what a stage looks like. There are no walls, but there are doors. No, not the entrance doors to the theater. I'm talking about the doors behind the wings, the hidden ones that lead backstage. The hand raps on the door. This is the door. This is the first door. A narrow doggy door sitting an inch above the floor, painted in a calming blue. Who uses it, I wonder? Could it be a border terrier? At a well-proportioned 6 kilograms, it would fit through the door perfectly. It would be rather pleasant to keep around a little angel in the home, a loyal and energetic friend whose little paws softly tap across the marble floor. But no, the door isn't made for a little Scottish hill dweller. Their feet get muddy, their fur dirty, and they have the pitiful little faces of a beggar. Okay, what you got against terriers? No, they don't fit in at all in this spotless home. Those who live here must be presentable and praiseworthy, with manners learned from the most esteemed of teachers. The terriers sprint past you as they chase one another, a flurry of wind rushing by your left calf. Something taller, heavier, and calmer emerges from the dark. A warm breath settles on the skin of your right calf. Okay. Very good. A Leonberger. They were the stalwart friends of our Honorable Sisi, the Empress of Austria. People were once madly in love with them. It has a soft black and brown coat, a posture reminiscent of a lion, an intelligent mind, and a kind heart. Most importantly, this is an expensive breed. It's quite an excellent reflection of its owner's wealth and refined taste. It weighs 115 pounds. Holy shit. That's a heavy dog. A good boy with a sturdy build. It's 28 inches at withers and a trustworthy protector of your wife and children. The voice disappears again, along with the warm breath. The majestic dog raises its 100-pound body and dissolves in the shadows.
What a pity.
But it's much too big to fit through this door. No, this can't be it. The girl lets out a regretful sigh, followed by a bracing breath. Her face is barely visible in the dark, but somehow you know she is smiling. Oh, that's creepy. Oh my god. New crack theory, Isolde's sister is the granny narrator. You know, the only thing that would be wrong with that is because it seems like she has a kind of an accent. Granny does not. So I can't have that. That's not my headcanon. You see, this is my door. Oh, I fit through it perfectly. It wasn't always exclusively mine. There were other people who were of the right size and met the other conditions for its use. But time is cruel. It turned Theophil and Isolde into adults, taking them out of their little 5-year-old bodies and replacing them with new ones with bigger hands and feet. Now, I alone can pass through this little door. Every Dittersdorf child knows how to use this door. Just lower your head, bend down, and crawl through it.
Yes, that's right.
Since I'm the only one using it these days, I have a new name for it. The Door of Trista, the Forgotten. Aww. The little hands lying on your shoulders give a gentle push. The doggy door squeaks open. It is much easier to pass through than you had imagined. This is wild. Hush, my baby. Dry your tears. The cradle's safe and warm. Ah, Evangeline is here. The source of the sweet humming. Our mama. We all once lived inside her. Oh, so weird. I think she's talking to the audience. My first guess was she was talking to Verton, but no, I think she's definitely doing some fourth wall breaking here. And she's talking to us. She's the narrator. She always rocked this cradle with her left hand. It's the same one that Theophil, I, and our little sister Isolde all used. She's so cute, though. She's singing her a lullaby. But her performance is rather clumsy. It's a new song, a birth gift he sold from the playwright. He wrote one for each of us when we were born. That's nice. She's asleep. Thank goodness. She cries so much, always trembling as if something's frightened her. Ma'am, I think your baby can see ghosts. So, The mother sighs as she sits by the bed. Mother said I was the same way when I was a baby. Perhaps it's a family trait passed down from girl to girl. She thinks to herself, running her fingers along the edge of the cradle. As soon as the word cursed comes to mind, she feels the tip of her finger touch something. A dent in the wood left there by her second child.
No, that's not true.
Trista didn't like to cry. She giggled a lot, even looking at the empty ceiling where the lamp stand. That's kind of creepy. She was never frightened. Nothing could scare her. She'd cackle at anything, as if they were jesters, and she the queen. She still remembered me even then. She's a good mama. Were you able to see ghosts too, but you thought they were funny instead of scary? Man, this is a wacky family. Trista holds her mother from behind, nestling her head in the crook of her mother's neck. She was immature in the past. She wouldn't have taken me to the seance and made me the medium had she known any better. But she learned her lesson. Truly, after my death, she never sang my lullaby again. This is kind of sad. Like, this is so crazy. As I was lowered into my little grave, that song buried itself in her throat. But was that enough? Trista reaches out an arm and gently strokes the cheek of the baby in the cradle. The cold chill of her hand wakes her. It was only a song. Whimpers, baby Isolde. Oh, Isolde, you stupid little girl, always crying. My, she's shaking again. Her face is so cold. It's kind of crazy because she's like a ghost. Trista, just hanging around. However you look at it, my failure laid the groundwork for Isolde's success.
What do you think?
Perhaps you don't think she's successful. But at least she didn't turn into a little lump of dead meat at the age of 3. Damn. This is so harsh. For a Dittersdorf daughter, that's quite an achievement. I'm very fond of my little sister. I love her. I sang her the buried lullaby, my lullaby. I lay beside her on those crying nights and trembling mornings. I crawled with her and I walked with her. Sometimes I think about how I could have grown up as she did. What a pity that I'm 6 feet under the earth while she walks upon it. She soon turned 3, but the seance didn't happen. As I have told you, my mother, my Evangeline, had learned her lesson. She knew better by then.
Oh my god, this is kind of really creepy.
She continued to put off my little sister's first seance for many years. She was 6 by the time she was led into the candlelight.
Oh god. This is so creepy.
This is his...
Tell us, child, what do you see? The candle... Excuse me.
The candlelight flickers in the dark room. The lady asking the question leans forward in eagerness, the light reflected in her eyes.
What? Why does his soul look exactly like Trista? What the fuck? Speak, good child. The spirit has come to us. It has come to you. I need an answer. I've waited so long for this, child. I've heard all about your gifts.
Since she waited 3 years, much too long for someone whose insights twist with anxiety over the future. Isolde takes a deep breath, letting it out slowly.
Is she alright? She's shaking.
Evangeline never shook like this. She looks just like her sister did.
What has she called forth?
What's happening? Does my future hold so dreadful a spirit? I just wanted to know where I'd be in a few years.
Good lord, she's bleeding! What the fuck?
Isolde trembles, her back stiff, her hands tightly pressed against her chest, move down onto her stomach, and eventually stop at her lower abdomen. She whimpers in agony. Her knees quiver until she can stand no longer and collapses to the floor. The candlelight. It's flickering. She did it. I see. Her pale arm writes under her sleeve like a thin white snake. It lifts his head, his red tongue flickering towards the lady. I see you in a sea of green. Horses are neighing. Wind is blowing. The wind. Red drips from her nose and down onto her chest, blending into the whirls of dark colors on her dress. The air is filled with the metallic smell of blood. The wind is blowing and blowing. Yes, it came in from the window. That's right. It's wind. I see it now. It's the wind. It's the curtains. The curtains. Isolde abruptly lifts her upper body and starts rhythmically slapping her bloody palms against the floor. This is so crazy. What the fuck?
Oh.
Shoot.
Hell, what's that sound?
The windows are thrown open and icy wind rushes into the room, immediately extinguishing the candles.
Wind? How? We locked the window.
Oh,
Something's wrong.
Terrifying.
She's getting out of control. Isolde! Everyone leaps to their feet, scrambling to reach the door first. Amidst the chaos, the young girl stands up.
Maybe we don't do any more seances or calling spirits. Like, what the fuck?
Isolde, stay calm, Isolde! To her, the calls of her mother sound like echoes from a faraway place. Isolde simply drops her head and gently nibbles at her nails. Close the window. She mumbles, her bloody lips opening and closing gently. Then they open wide. Oh my god! She cackles with delight before screaming in a voice that is not entirely her own.
Close the window. Close the window. Close the window.
Oh my god, this is so weird. She called the spirit. It was possessing her. Holy shit. After that, my little sister passed out. Her first seance ended in disarray. People were scared. They didn't believe her to be a capable medium. You would have thought the same had you seen her blood-splattered gown. The successive failures of me and my sister completely shattered the curiosity over these seances. People started to believe that our ability to channel the spirits had become too strong to control, and that the practice was somewhat evil. For some time, the people of Vienna lost all interest in the seances, and consequently, Mama was snubbed. But this doesn't last long. The girl offers a gentle smile as she tucks her curly hair behind her ear. Annette Mayer, who spent the rest of her life afraid of the color green because of the prophecy brought forth through my sister, met her end. She died on the street. A frightened horse charged towards her. It was wearing a green saddle blanket on its back and a shining green gem on its forehead.
Could have been coincidence, honestly.
Green, more green. Miss Mayer was utterly terrified. She screamed, and as she drove to the side to dodge the approaching horse, she stumbled over a step and fell into a roadside bush. A sharp branch pierced her chest.
Oh my god. It could have been avoided, you know. She didn't have to freak out at green.
She draws a small circle on her chest, marking the location of the wound. Eerie, isn't it?
Man, stories like these that are told by children is like so freaking creepy. Like these are like the worst kinds of like horror stories, man.
All of Vienna was wholly convinced. The prophecy was true. Once again, they gathered around Mama and my little sister, like ants reporting to their queen.
Man, her word choices are crazy too. Like, how she's telling it is like, oh man. It's really good writing.
Oh, of course, little Isolde lived. She was depleted by that seance, never having had a strong constitution and having lost so much blood during the ceremony. But slowly, her health was restored.
Alright, I'm taking a quick snack break. Eat my strawberries. Wait, that's true, she's dead, so she gives no fucks now.
That was a risky night, but accidents are common in Arcanum. The slightest of changes can lead to completely different results. If my little sister were a little younger, or if she were pushed a little harder, she would have seen what I saw. Hundreds of soldiers lying dead on a battlefield, children orphaned before their very eyes, the endless explosions, and those golden rabbits.
Wait, did she foresee the war? Like World War I coming? If you're a ghost, might as well be creepy. You're right. Fair enough.
What a pity.
I was this close to having a little sister who's just like me.
That's what I was thinking. When she said golden rabbits, I was like, wait, the things that we use to gacha pool? She saw his gacha players pooling. She foresaw the war. And then in the very far future, she's like, oh, you know, in 2025 or whenever this game came out, they'll be pooling for my sister. Yeah, that was an intense first note, honestly.
Dittersdorf, like the father. Glad to have you here, old friend. Dittersdorf gets to his feet and extends a welcoming hand. This is the beginning of an amicable conversation. His friend strides up and shakes his hand. Yeah. Truth be told, I've considered many people for this job. Many. But none suits the position better than you. You're being modest, my friend. I had thought about getting her a governess. Governesses may well raise ordinary ladies, but my little girl's anything but. I'll settle for nothing but the very best for her.
Isolde, my child.
What the? She must be virtuous, pure of thought, elegant and compliant. She must be clever but guileless, talented yet modest, and dignified without pretension. Then she'll be a true noble lady. Parents always have grand expectations for their children, don't they? The child places a finger horizontally below her nose, mimicking a mustache as she speaks. That's cute. Damn, she's savage. Guess that's what happens when you die at 3 years old, huh? I'm a decent gentleman with impeccable manners. I never attended an event to which I am not invited.
Oh.
I have a warm smile, a kind heart, and I never push others away. I have strong morals, respect social etiquette, and always present the best side of myself to others when it's necessary. Dittersdorf regards me as a true noble gentleman. He believes I possess every quality an honorable man should have. The man maintains an upright posture, clasping his hands behind his back, his shoulders perfectly squared. That's why, despite my eagerness to attend and the fact that I'm a family friend, I've never asked for, nor even hinted at wanting, an invitation to that banquet. I know that asking is pointless. I must be patient. When the time comes, the gate will be open to me. Wow. The Dittersdorf house is guarded by an enormous gate. It's beautiful and stately, made of metal, and artistically decorated with the family's motifs. It's quite a feat, really, finding the balance between beauty and security. And my friend Dittersdorf has found that balance. His only lacking feature, of which he is fully aware, is the patience to educate a child. Pass on his job as a father to someone else, I guess. He worries, you see, about a future in which his son is incompetent and chaotic. And his daughter's crude and reckless. Wait, you know what? His worry came true because they ended up becoming that. Oh my god. It's like that thing where like you try to prevent something but by trying to prevent it, it makes it happen. Oh my god. So he's pinned his hopes on me. The countenance of a middle-aged man faintly emerges on the girl's face. She licks her teeth, an unconscious display of greed. Oh, God. Yes, a self-fulfilling prophecy. My God. She was reckless, though. Two figures in dresses emerge from the darkness and approach the gate. With a heavy rumble, it slides open.
Oh.
Oh my, we've been talking all this time, yet we haven't so much as mentioned Isolde. She reaches out a hand and seizes your wrist. A gentle yet irresistible force leads you forward. Man, this character story is written crazy, honestly. Holy shit. She should have been at the center of this conversation. So sweet and gentle, a truly thoughtful and beautiful girl. She doesn't look back.
Isolde, my child.
Wait, are we still the dude? I treated her as my own. I taught her everything I knew, and she became that perfect young Dittersdorf desired. The young lady Dittersdorf father desired. She was flawless. She met every expectation from her mother, her father, her brother, the servants, and, of course, me. Okay. Like her teacher, her mentor.
Mind your posture, child.
Oh, okay. Middle-aged man. Male. Not even man. Okay. So this is her Isolde's teacher. He's from the Foundation? Huh. Wait, isn't that the guy? Like... the guy from the beginning of chapter 6? God, I forgot his name.
Yes, I understand.
It is Mr. Carl! Oh! Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Ha. Huh. Well, that's a surprise. Wait. It's funny that she ended up stabbing him. Oh, shit. Maybe she wanted to do it all along. Like, honestly, if I was in her position, probably. I feel like... I mean, we already didn't like him from, like, meeting him as, you know, with Marcus and Hoffman. But holy shit. Okay, well then. I have a bad feeling about this. Ah! Jessica Raven! Oh my god, thank you for the raid! Ah, thank you for the raid! Oh! Oh. Oh shit. Ketchup? Sponsored by Ketchup Raid? What? What is this about ketchup? Guys, I don't like ketchup though. Thank you so much for the raid, Jessica. Am I saying it right? Jessica Raven. Hello, welcome raiders. I'm Cutie Bunny. You can call me Bunny. We are playing some Reverse, and we are doing Isolde's character story. Oh my god. How was your stream, Jessica? Is it Get or Jessica? Actually, I feel like it's pronounced Get. I'm really bad with pronunciation. Ooh, you're playing the old event? Nice. I just finished chapter 6 of the main story last stream. So we are delving into Isolde's character story this stream. Okay, it is pronounced Jessica. Okay. I was like, that's a very interesting spelling for Jessica. I like it. Well, you had a nice cozy story time. That's good. Because, man, what I'm reading right now is kind of crazy. I feel like Isolde's character story is so freaking wild. Like, it's a little much, honestly. Like, this is dark. But hey, we're playing Reverse 1999, right, guys? Like, this game is like, oh my god, it's pretty dark. The themes are crazy. Yes, it's been very interesting so far. Holy shit. Might be a weird time to see the story because we got some really strange things going on. Ooh, you're a new Reverse player? Nice. Oh, you've only been playing for 2 weeks? Oh gosh. That's awesome though. How do you like it so far? How do you like the game so far? I feel like, well, let's see. I've been playing for a few months now, but I still kind of feel like I'm a new player sometimes. I'm not super far into the story, but I think I'm like halfway there or something. Either way, it's crazy. You like it? It's quite fun so far? Yeah. It's really good, isn't it? I feel like it's very different for a gacha game. It definitely has a very interesting art style. How they do things is very, very interesting. I play a lot of gacha games. So this is definitely one of the most unique gacha games I've played. It's very good. I'm kind of glad I gave it a chance, honestly, because I really didn't. At first glance, this game was not appealing to me, but I'm glad I gave it a chance because then I was like, oof, I got hooked now. It's really good. Yeah, right? It's really original. I love it. I know, right? You didn't want to add another gacha, but here you are. Same. I was like, I played too many gacha games, but what's one more? Because this is really good. I feel like I had to continue playing this one. And like it's been very worth it because oof, this game, as dark and it can be, you're gonna know. So I'm gonna say like it gets wild. It gets really wild. I'm just like, oh my god. Just a lot of, I feel like when I play this game, it's a lot of jaw-dropping moments, and I'm just kind of like, oh. But it's good. But yes, thank you so much for the raid again, and maybe you go get some rest, and I hope you continue to enjoy Reverse 1999. and raiders that are staying, thank you for joining us. So we are doing Isolde's character story, so I don't know if you guys want the spoilers or you would continue watching or you've already done it and just want to reminisce with me. It's good. It's getting good so far. But I have to say, this is really dark. Like, like my YouTube chat was like, okay, this is one of the darkest stories. And I'm like, I'm agreeing now. Oh, you finished chapter 5? Awesome. Nice. So you're getting caught up really fast. I just finished chapter 6, so I'm like, oof, I'm a little slow, but it's so good. All right, guys, let us continue this weird part of the story. Like, I don't like how Mr. Carl ends up being her teacher. Our little Isolde's body tenses. She straightens her back further. Very well. Now lift your chin a little. No, not too high. We must avoid any indication of overconfidence. She's so cute. Baby Isolde is so cute. Even though she looks exactly like her older sister. Yeah, thank you for lurking, Jessica. And definitely go get some rest and food. Thank you for the raid again. Appreciate it. That's true. I did do a lot of events too. Like, there's a lot of content in this game. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I guess because we started playing a little late, but it's okay. It's been a fun ride so far going through everything.
Exactly.
That's right. Just like that. Very well done, my child. He lays his hand on the back of the chair in front of him and nods to his student on the other side of the hallway. Alright, now maintain that posture and walk to me.
Certainly. I will try harder.
Yes, Mr. Carl. It is rather premature for a girl of only 12 to learn to walk in 3-inch heels. Holy shit, with the stilettos there? Oh my god. That's really high. But practicing now will avoid any future embarrassment. That's crazy. Wouldn't that that'd like hurt her feet? Like deform her feet. Heads up, shoulders square. Alright, now smooth strides. Don't sway and don't bounce up and down. Yeah, honestly, Carl is... I already hated Carl from the beginning of chapter 6, but knowing more about him now, it's like, I do not like him. Breathe in, step forward, waist balanced, and again. Don't lean forward, straighten your back, knees steady. No mistakes. Don't make any mistakes. She stops before the chair, awaiting her teacher's feedback. 6 years have passed. She's shot up since her first seance. Her days of reaching up for door handles are long gone. She stands there, a living example of perfection, all thanks to her education.
Isolde, my child.
Excellent, Isolde. Your walk is almost perfect now. The gentleman smiles and pulls out the chair. Have a seat. Let's move on to our next subject. Time is against us, young lady. We spent an extra 15 minutes working on your posture. I've been told that you'll have a vocal lesson later. Don't worry, I shall see you again for our literature class after its completion. Tonight we'll be reading about a dinner. There'll be a mention of the dining etiquette we've practiced before, so this is a good chance for you to review it.
Danke.
Certainly, Mr. Carl. The girl gracefully sits down. A maid hurries over and helps her adjust the chair. A bowl of vegetable soup is sitting before her.
My apologies.
May I ask a question, sir? If I remember correctly, you told me that we had completed the rules of dining etiquette last week. Did I misunderstand? You did not, my child. The gentleman picks up a silver spoon and places it in her open palm. One by one, he adjusts her fingers until they close around the spoon handle.
I disagree.
But last night, during dinner with your parents, I couldn't help but notice that your hands were shaking. The movements were subtle, almost imperceptible most of the time. You even hid them well while you cut the meat. When it came to the soup, however, the shaking was as clear as daylight. People will certainly notice your wetted cuffs. Man, he's so harsh. With a smile on his face, Carl loosens his grip. Little Isolde needs no further instruction. Her countenance is composed, yet her hand is trembling. Her fingertips turn pale as she tightens the grip on the spoon.
Oh.
Of course, such a mistake wouldn't be considered rude, but it would reflect badly on your education. We've put in great effort and come so far. It would be a great shame to fall short on so small a detail. Man, they literally, oh, this is so sad because they're trying to make her so fucking perfect. That's hard.
Yes, I understand.
Yes, Mr. Carl, I'll work hard on it. No wonder she grew up cray-cray. I don't blame her. And she has the power to see and be possessed by ghosts. Come on. This poor girl. 100 times. The gentleman paces around the lounge, feeling utterly complacent about his work. I asked her to practice it 100 times. She's the daughter of Evangeline, the greatest opera singer to ever grace the stages of Vienna. She has her eyes, her nose, her cheeks. How could she possibly have such a shaky hand while using a spoon?
I disagree.
What a disgrace. He shakes his head, his dark hair on the back of his head shining with vitality. I could tell she was getting tired towards the end of the session. She'd hidden it well thus far, just as she'd been instructed to do. She's only 12 after all, and she went straight from a 3-hour poise and posture class to repeatedly raising and lowering the spoon for an hour more. Damn! But she carried on, just as I expected her to. She had a smile on her face, her voice remained soft, her eyes were gentle as a spring breeze. She's a darling little lamb. Creepy ass dude. All our efforts paid off. He stalks by the window, his gaze fixed upon the garden lawn. Evangeline sits in the sunshine, a white rabbit in her arms. Oh! Me? My brethren, my kin. She's stroking it, gently grooming its hair. I feel bad. I have a bad feeling about this. Her wrists were still tight and shaky the first 20 times we practiced. It wasn't until the 65th attempt that things started to improve. Perhaps she was too tired to shake. Perhaps her joints were numb. Or perhaps she finally mastered the skill and calmed herself. By the 100th practice, the soup in her spoon was still as a mirror. I could see the reflection of my face within it. Hey, Shadow, welcome. Carl's eyes flicker back to the table. The soup is now cold and thick. The chair is pulled out and Isolde is nowhere to be found.
Oh.
I still have no idea why she was trembling so much. Maybe there's an issue with the muscles in her hand, or maybe it's an unfortunate side effect of her inherited ability. But I'm certain that she'll be rid of this unsightly habit within a week. She'll become Evangeline, only better. This, you see, is the benefit of a proper education. If only I could travel back in time and give poor Evangeline the same opportunities. Does he have a weird obsession with a mom?
So you mean...
You seem surprised. Why? I adore Evangeline. I'll forever be her loyal audience member and supportive friend, but that doesn't mean that I'm blind to her flaws. Oh, he's a weird, like, fanboy. This is weird. She's mad, unstable. She spends half the day unconscious and the other half, God bless, in hysteria, even in continuance. She's a pitiful woman indeed, worthy of little admiration. Damn! How'd you go from you're a fanboy of her to like not even worth admiring? Oh my god.
Exactly.
Yes, she's the center of the crowd, yes. Important figures attend her seances and listen to her piously. And yes, throngs of people cheer and throw flowers at her on stage. Some even fainting from the excitement.
I disagree.
But none of this speaks to who she truly is, my dear friend. He shrugs. The cold soup morphs into a slice of chocolate cake as he sits down at the table. What the fuck? You must be familiar with such a tort. 2 pieces of chocolate cake with a layer of apricot jam in the middle. It's the sweet embodiment of perfection. With a silver fork in one hand, he flips the piece of cake on its side, revealing a moldy corner. What the fuck? Evangeline is just like this cake. Most of her is sweet. Her voice, her divination. But there's a rot growing that will one day devour her.
Oh.
It's still a little early to throw the cake away. That would be a shame. At least most of it still looks fine. Holy shit. This is wild. He cuts through the cake with his fork, precisely avoiding the molding edge. We can still enjoy the good part of the cake, as long as we're careful about where the dessert fork lands. Dittersdorf did marry her after all. Oh my god. This is so bad. But it's a somewhat troublesome process. The people's appetite for such torts will never wane, and as one cake sours, they will look for another. Poor Evangeline simply cannot satisfy their desires any longer. They need something fresh, delicious, sweet. He's not wrong about that, though. Like, people will find their next, cake, per se, once one kind of, like, is all eaten up or gone bad. He saviors the cake, a smile growing on his face. Ew, what a disgusting, old man. I'm glad they put, young Isolde / Trista's image up on screen, cause,
Isolde, my child.
Isolde is that new confection fairy, freshly out of the oven and waiting to be served. Jeez, so disgusting. Okay, so my opinion on the whole grooming thing. I'm not trying to defend grooming, but is it really grooming when your parent paid someone, hired someone to do it? I mean, yes, in the way it is grooming, but it's purposely because that's the thing with noble families, though. They hire people to teach their kids. They don't teach their kids themselves. They hire all sorts of teachers and mentors to teach them. I read a lot of old not medieval, but noble household webtoons and comics. So it's kind of normal, I feel, that they do that, They just made it really creepy in this story because it's an old man and he had a weird obsession with the mom and stuff like that. But oh my god. Right? Okay, yeah, it's a different kind of grooming. I mean, yes, it is, by definition it is grooming, but in a different way, I feel. Because this was what it was expected back then. Okay, maybe you have a point. It's the motivation behind it. Okay, fair enough. Oh yeah, no, Carl definitely has an intention to make her into another Evangeline. Like, it makes sense because he's obsessed with, it seems like he's obsessed with the mom. Like, he has a weird fanboy, creepy love for Evangeline, Isolde's mom. So, it's the original meaning of grooming? Okay. Because I feel like grooming in the definition now is a little different than how it was used back then. I mean, it's the same concept, obviously, but, like, I don't know if that makes any sense. Like what grooming is meant like now versus like what they do back then, because it was meant for it. Anyways, okay, let us continue. This is so weird, so fucking creepy. Oh man. Poor baby. Isolde quietly closes the door and sits on the side of her bed. She falls back and stares at the ceiling. Her body aches, her hands and feet feel like lead, and her eyes are swollen from fatigue. Her headache worsens at night, so she rarely sleeps well. Girl, you're gonna collapse. Not gonna lie, yeah. Chat, try not to spoil streamer challenge difficulty impossible. I will have to admit, yeah. I appreciate people's enthusiastic, like chat's enthusiasm. And I get it. I truly get it that you want to tell people what happens or things and details, but yes, streamers will appreciate it if you did not spoil the story, especially if it's coming up. Now, if the streamer has no intention to like read any side stuff and, you know, does not know any backstory, like say I just skipped Isolde's backstory, sure, but yeah, I get it though. I get it. And it doesn't help that I personally do like to ask a lot of damn questions. So I feel like it makes it really hard for y'all not to spoil me. But I do ask, like, yeah, try y'all's best to not tell me things that are coming up. And I get it. You guys, sometimes y'all don't know too, because where I'm at, because, you know, it gets all jumbled in your head once you know all the information. So I totally get it. But also, if someone does say something and you know it's a spoiler, just try not to mention that it's a spoiler, because then I'm going to be like, oh, well, shit, now I know. Before, or if you didn't mention it was a spoiler, it would have just gone over my head. I would have just thought that person was crazy or whatever. Or they're just speculating. But yeah. I am an out loud thinker. I can't help it. Watching movies with me is the most annoyingest thing. I feel like people like watch movies with me, they're like, shut the fuck up, bunny. Like, can you stop asking questions? You're about to find out in 5 minutes. I'm like, but I need to know. I'm like, I gotta ask these things. So yeah. Okay. The cotton pads didn't help. The heels still rubbed my feet. The vocal lesson's over and my literature class is canceled because Mr. Carl was invited to a banquet. Looks like I can rest early today. Wonderful. She turns her head to the side and her eyes meet another's. A young girl lies beside her with features that resemble her own. Oh, that's fucking creepy! Because she can see ghosts? Oh, my little sister, my dead older sister is laying next to me in my bed. That's so weird. Their foreheads pressed against each other. The girl's eyes are hollow, only filled with golden tears. Her lips open and close as she mutters a question, one that has been asked many times before. This is so creepy. No, sister, I won't. Isolde trembles from the cold, just as she did as a frightened baby in her cradle. This is so creepy. The girl giggles, curling her arms around Isolde's neck and clutching at her like a vine wrapped around a tree. Her little body swells, becoming cold and heavy like a piece of iron. Man, this sucks. To not be able to, like, turn this off. Here she goes again with her usual games. Whenever Isolde is tired and weary, Trista seeks her out to play like this. Please, sister, you're hurting me. My imaginary best friend is my dead older sister. Yeah. The imaginary friend you don't want. Isolde's breathing becomes short and violent. She can feel her insides being squeezed. Damn! Tears flood her eyes, her face swollen and wet as she silently weeps. Only in moments like this does she let out her true emotions. She vomits? Oh my god. The pressure makes her nauseous. Trista giggles, her laughter lingering in the room. Her older sister's kind of evil, huh? More and more spirits start to gather. They whisper to each other, laughing and teasing Isolde, curiously awaiting her next move. Isolde manages to grab the back of one of her sister's hands with her trembling fingers. Sis... Mama...
Mama.
Mama asked for me. I promised her. The girl straddling her waist gives a slow blink. She lets go of Isolde's hand and dissipates into thin air. This always works. They are both, or at least once were, their mother's closest supporters. Isolde climbs out of bed, wiping the tears and specks of vomit from her cheeks with a corner of her bedsheet. She mumbles, Mama. This is so much for a little girl. Like, for a 12-year-old girl, like,
Mama.
the pressure of, like, being perfect, the teachings, all the lessons, ghosts trying to, like, freaking kill you. Like, You know what? No wonder she went crazy. I don't blame her, honestly. Like, yep. I'm actually surprised she ended up not killing herself at the, like, at one point. Because this is a lot. Like, holy shit. Her mother looks up from the two rabbits cradled in her arms. One white, the other yellow. And her pale face radiates a smile. Guys, she's holding me in her arms. I really don't want to be in this crazy family, to be honest. They're crazy. Isolde, my sweet girl, come.
Listen, child.
See, I have Apfelstrudel and Bloom here. Oh, and the nightingale your father just brought. I was hoping to take the swan in here too, but it was swimming on the lake, so we couldn't get close to it. What the hell? She gathering all of her animals in one room? This mother is sometimes more of a child than her own daughter. She's cheerful and innocent, simple as a blank canvas. She's always a pleasure to spend time with. Isolde closes her eyes, erasing her sister's decayed face and the vomit-stained sheet from her mind. We can meet in the garden, Mama. You don't have to bring them all inside. Oh. Nonsense. I'm happy to do this for you.
I think...
You always get dizzy under the sun. How can you attend your lessons if you're unwell? The lounge is much better. We can enjoy a bit of sunshine through the windows and listen to music. Her mouth pats the cushion next to her. Isolde sits on it, taking Apfelstrudel, the pale yellow rabbit, into her arms. That's so cute. Is that supposed to be apple strudel? Okay, I was gonna say, is it apple strudel? And flour? Aww. So the yellow, apple strudel for a yellow rabbit actually is really cute. And then flower bloom for the white rabbit. That's cute.
Huh?
Hello, little apple strudel. How are you feeling? You're so fluffy and soft, like the cooked apple in a real strudel. That's so cute. She holds the rabbit, stroking its fur and looking into its eyes.
Lovely little ones.
She has the softest fur and such adorable coloring. I should have named myself Apple Strudel. If I was a yellow rabbit, maybe that'd be work. That'd be a really cute OC actually, like character design, like a yellow rabbit character with apple motifs, and then you'll be named Apple Strudel. There you go. Maybe I'll design it one day, guys. It'll be so cute. Inspired by Evangeline's pet rabbit. Do you remember when your father first brought them home? You were 11, a bit shorter than you are now. It wasn't long after you started your vocal lessons.
Yes, I understand.
Of course, Mama. Apfelstrudel and Bloom are the only rabbits who've joined the family. We've had plenty of birds and ponies before, as well as white rabbits for use in the seances. Oh! That's terrible! But none of them ever had a name. Wait, do they use white rabbits for, like, sacrifice in the seances? Oh my god! That's terrible! My kin! My fellow brethren! White rabbits being used for seance sacrifice! Oh no! I need to get away from this family! They're gonna use me in a seance! Oh man. Yeah, no. I would have not survived Vienna. Alright, I'm gonna be used for pregnancy tests, seances. Oh man. It wasn't until the doctor recommended a new method of therapy that Father brought these two home and we named them.
Of course.
Yes, it was fun. With these adorable little things around, I don't faint as often as I used to. You were so small back then. I can scarcely believe that that little girl is the same person as the 15-year-old young lady sitting before me, and for her to be so beautiful a singer too. What? She's not 15. Did the mom go crazy? The sun shines through the window, enveloping Evangeline. With a peaceful smile on her face, she continues to stroke the rabbit in her arms.
Mama.
Do you not wish to go back on stage? Singing used to be so important to you. Oh, there was a time skip? Oh, that was weird. Okay. I didn't realize that. No. She maintains a smile on her face.
No, that's not true.
You're mistaken, my child. I never really loved performing. It was just an ordinary part of my life. Besides, they were making me emotional, which worsened my condition. I shouldn't be performing anymore. It's no good for me. But I'll be fine. As the doctor said, caring for animals brings me peace. Keeping a calm atmosphere is the foremost goal of this treatment. Isolde, my child, we must carry on. Beneath her mother's hopeful gaze, Isolde lowers her head and meekly snuggles up to her.
Certainly. I would try
Yes,
harder.
Mama, we must carry on.
Of course.
Things will be different for you, Isolde. You're luckier than I. You've received treatment much earlier in life, and times are better now. There's more than one way to improve your situation. You'll be cured, and you have the talent to sing. Her mother's voice seems to come from above her head. For no clear reason, Isolde feels as though she is speaking from somewhere even higher. Okay.
Keep in mind.
You become the star of Vienna. You must keep on. Yes, Mama. I'll continue with the treatment. I'll keep on singing. Felstrudo has started to nibble on her young master's gloves. Felstrudo, are you hungry? How could she be? The maids have already fed them today. No, you're confused again, Mama. In March, the doctor suggested that you start feeding them. He said it would help you bond with them. Is that so? Oh, yes, I remember. Isolde puts down the rabbit and cups her mother's face. She gently pushes her hair aside and softly presses her forehead against her mother's. Don't worry, Mama. We all forget things sometimes. Leave it to me. I'll get them something to eat. She gets to her feet and makes her way to the other room. But before she leaves, she stops by the door and looks back. Mama, have the rabbits recovered? I noticed they were a little out of spirits earlier.
My apologies.
If they're still unwell, I'll go get some medicine too. Were they really? Evangeline raises the rabbits in her hands so that their faces are level with hers. Their noses are wet and their eyes are clear. They look as healthy as any rabbit she has seen. A few nameless white rabbits are chasing each other around her feet, each looking as energetic as ever.
That's right.
They seem fine to me. Alright, Mama. I'll be back shortly. Oh my god. These poor rabbits. Used for seances, don't get fed. Out of the lounge and through the hall, past the many doorways, down the stairs, and finally to a small room with two maids working inside. The Dittersdorf house is well known for its staggering size. Oh, excuse me.
Look at this.
Sheets, sheets, and more sheets. I ain't gone a single day without washing these bloody things.
Listen.
When I worked for the mayors, we only had 1 or 2 washing days a week. But you're paid better here, ain't ya? Quit your complaining and come help, eh?
What's wrong?
My god, there's blood on the sheets again. How on earth is there so much of it? Even for that time of the month. This is a lot. Damn. There's no way this blood is from her time of the month. Holy shit. She like bleeding? Like extra? Like, The red-haired maid crinkles up her nose in disgust. There's been blood on the sheets once a week for the last 3 weeks now. That's not good. I'd say it comes from those dead rabbits and birds.
I see.
Lucas threw away another load of dead animals yesterday. I saw birds, ponies, but mostly rabbits. The yellow and white ones? What? Did she kill them?
Which means...
I've lost count of the number of Apfelstrudels and blooms we had. They got 2 new ones just today. Wait, they're just replacing them? Oh! What is she doing with them? Poor things. What happened to them? They didn't die nearly so often last year. Is there something wrong with the fodder? Oh my god. No, it weren't because of the bloody fodder. It weren't any natural cause of death. As the maid soaks the sheet in the water, she lowers her voice.
I heard that.
Lucas told me that every one of the animals suffered a miserable death. Some vomited blood, others had their heads cracked open. Most strange of all is that a few of them had a hole in their neck with a golden key jammed inside. What the fuck? Holy shit!
It might be...
He said Lady Evangeline did it. She's fucking nuts! This whole family is freaking crazy! Oh, come off it. Lady Evangeline loves those animals. She's always carrying those rabbits around in her arms. Well, you didn't see her crush that poor nightingale with her bare hands when she was having an episode. Maybe we get animals away from this crazy lady, please? Especially the bunnies? She's ill. So is Lady Isolde. It runs in the family like a curse. The doctor said it was hysteria. Something to do with her wandering rooms. Ew. What the fuck? Drives him mad and makes him bleed and all. Wait, that's gross. Okay.
Look at this.
She explains these bloodstains. Why are they always That's really weird. If they keep bleeding from down there? Like, that's strange. Do you think Lady Isolde will one day lose her mind like her mother? Yes, absolutely yes. Why do you care? She's been awfully kind to me. She helps me settle in. The maid with short, dark hair looks down at the dirty bedsheet in her hands. It is covered in vomit and sweat. Yeah, she's already gone crazy.
Here is the case.
She's still young, but she's already such a perfect little lady. Gentle, polite, beautiful, kind. She's got so many lessons to attend, bless her. Etiquette, literature, history, painting, music, dance. And on top of all that, she has to go to these seances with her mother twice a month. Poor girl. She slowly folds up the bedsheet as if to save Isolde the embarrassment. She don't faint often, and she ain't having any manic episodes like her mother but us now. But she does vomit and feel dizzy at times. Oh, I do hope she don't end up like her mother. Yes, enough of the worrying. It's none of our concern. You done with the sheets? Come on, then. With the laundry basket stowed under their arms, the maids walk out into the corridor. This is wild. This is so fucking wild. Yes, now I remember. I left it in this drawer. Ah, there it is. She fumbles in the dark until her fingers come across a familiar shape. She looks at her palm, then into the dimly lit corridor. The maids are long gone by now, but their conversation still lingers in her ears. Father once told me. She shuts her eyes in calm determination. Be graceful, be self-restrained, and be kind to others. Be compassionate, especially towards the less privileged. We must be an example for our people.
Oh, yes.
We must be virtuous and dignified as befits our status. Oh man, Theophil has not appeared since in a while. At all, actually. Right? Being the rabbit breeder for the teacher's door would be a safe job. Yeah, you'd be banking. He's like, I need another white and yellow rabbit that look the same. We must have apple strudel number 12 here, or 15, or however many we need. They must look very similar, the same. Theophil, I didn't know you were home today. She opens her eyes. Her brother, 2 years her senior, is standing next to her. I won't be staying long. Mother told me you were here, so I came.
Isolde!
It's been a while. I brought you this. He pulls a little velvet box and a pocket watch from his jacket pocket. The box is from Heinrich. Oh. What? They knew Heinrich this young? Holy shit. Damn. There's a brooch inside for your 15th birthday. And this watch? That's for me. But you already gave me a present on my birthday, Theophil. No, it's not for your birthday. I just want you to have it. Look, it's not just a watch. It has a timer, and here. He presses the little knob on the pocket watch, and with a quiet click, it flips open. See? It's a white crystal. It works like an amulet to help you stay calm. And here, see the slot? It can hold enough smelling salts for 20 uses. Interesting. You need a watch to keep track of the time and all those lessons. And the amulet and smelling salts will help you too. It's perfect. That's very nice of him. He presses the watch into his sister's hand. There's a beat of silence. He speaks again. I also have news for you. I'm renting a studio. It's amazing how much it's helped me gain inspiration. It also has space for the young models to stay the night when the weather becomes dreadful. It simply broke my heart to see them walking all the way back home in the rain. Oh, sir. You want the models to stay the night, I see. Are they nude models? So, all is well with me, but I won't be returning home very frequently. I hope you continue your treatment along with Mother. Remember, I'm thinking of you all the time. You are my beloved little sister after all. Did Father agree to this?
Oh, yes.
Of course, you can ask me if you like. He even helped pick the studio. He turns around and waves to their father, a bright, beautiful smile on his face. For a moment, he looks like the herald of spring. I see, then I'm relieved. I wish only the best for you, Theophil. The spring's favored son leaves as briskly as the wind. He crosses the lounge, passes through the doors, and goes out into the boundless world. I like how the son is treated very differently from the daughter. Always, huh? Always in these old times, especially in the rich noble families. Philanderer Casanova. Yes. Oh, Theophil. Dittersdorf stands next to his daughter, a hand on her shoulder. He shakes his head. I have a blundering artist for a son, a wild spirit to look at him. Who would think that he's almost 17? Oh. Maybe he doesn't... Even if his son is like kind of a failure in life, he still lets him do whatever he wants, though, surprisingly. No. His son is definitely treated differently than the daughter. He has a tight grasp and control on what his daughter does, and he's like making her into the perfect, daughter. While the son is just kind of like, I'm gonna be an artist, whatever. Look, Daddy, pay for my studio, and I'm making arts. Beautiful art. He's only 17. You're nothing like him, for which I'm very grateful. You spend your days perfecting yourself, while he wastes time chasing after those models and... There we have it. That's why he's an artist, guys. Chases after the models. Okay, but excuse me, your daughter's only spending her days perfecting herself because of you, because of your orders. So, like, she has a choice. What am I trying to say is that you're a comfort to me, child. Only because he can control her. Thank you, Father. How generous of you to say such nice things about me. Yeah, I wouldn't call it that. She smiles with an adorable shyness and looks down at the floor, as most young daughters would after making their father proud. But her eyes flicker towards the door. With Theophil gone, it is shut again. Only a thin beam of light shines through the gap. Theophil didn't inherit Mother's musical talents. He doesn't even sing. Mother passed that talent down to me instead of her firstborn son. I suppose it's unfair to him. Under her father's silent gaze, Isolde turns and makes her way to the other end of the house. Jeez. Ridiculous. Oh my god. Oh. Let me take a strawberry break. Okay. We're almost halfway through. Okay, yeah, we're not doing Marcus's story today. This is a lot longer than I thought. That's okay. We can do I think that people are saying it's shorter, like, compared to, like, the newer character stories. Because I think the newer character stories, like, I think Argus took me forever to do. Like, it's shorter, but they're still, like, a good length. That's okay. I prepared. Don't worry, guys. I prepared for it to be kind of lengthy, especially because they do not voice the character stories, so I am having to read through all of it myself. Wait, character stories post 1.5 are much longer, actually. Okay, that's okay. We do Isolde today, and we'll do Marcus's. We'll do Marcus next week, okay? Before we move on to the main story chapter. Because the characters in this chapter were very good. Like Isolde, Marcus. Like, I think it'd be very worth to do their character stories because they're so cute. They're very good characters. This one is just so dark, though. But Isolde was a very complex character. So I'm not surprised she has such a doozy of a past.
Hmm? Yes.
Oh. Hello, excuse me. What is this place? A timid face appears in the dark. Bewildered and uneasy, its owner wipes her hands on her dress, where there once was an apron. Me? My name is Hannah. Oh. Oh, is she possessed? I'm a waitress at Cafe Central. Have we met? Oh, I see. Sorry. I was just at the cafe working my shift. The manager told me to walk slower so that I wouldn't kick the customers' chair legs again. And then everything went dark. And I found myself in this very room. She died. Oh my god. She must have tripped and fell and died. This is strange. Stranger than a novel. I was hoping you could tell me what happened. Explain things to me. She paces around, looking anxious. Alright, thanks, Apostle. You get some sleep. Thanks for stopping in. What's this? One of her shoes hits something firm. She crouches down curiously. Oh, it's a painting? No, a door? Oh my god. Oh, excuse me, guys. I think the AC kicked on. The air is like drying out my throat. Okay. How strange that it's on the floor. Actually, it looks like the door to Cafe Central. Nothing's written on it. It's too dark in here. I can't see. Maybe I can feel it with my fingers. She stops and furrows her eyebrows. She runs her fingers across the door plate a few more times. The name carved on it kisses the tips of her fingers. A sweet bitterness fills her heart. Theophil? Mr. Theophil? Did he play a part in the kidnapping? But why would an artist be involved in such a horrible act? She mumbles to herself, her eyes rolling in the dark. She's looking for an excuse to forgive. Okay. Or perhaps he wants me to be his model? I golly agree to it, of course. Oh, okay. He's so handsome and kind, and my goodness, can he paint? Any girl would agree to be his model. He wouldn't need to abduct me for that. Oh my god. He's handsome, he's kind, and he's rich. I don't, like, can he actually paint? Like, was he only, like, celebrated as an artist because his family had money? It's kind of funny, though. A fragment of a memory comes back to her, but it's vague, shrouded in a white haze. Oh, I think I remember. Before everything went dark, Mr. Thiefel had ordered another Forensic scanner. I had it on my tray, and then I passed out before I reached his table. She died on the way. Until then, it was a perfectly ordinary day. trip and fall. The warm color of love fades from her face. Mr. Theophil looked as handsome as ever. He ordered as usual. Even Mr. Heinrich was wearing the same brown blazer. No, that's not right. Something was different that day. Yes, that was the day she first met her. That was the beginning of everything. Oh, that's right. Isolde did paint. She finished the salvation painting. Oh shit, I missed that last line. Hold on.
Oh, yes.
She looks at you trance-like. The door opens beneath her palm. Well, that's creepy. Anyways. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't think Theophil's actually a good painter. He got to become a painter because, you know, his family's rich. His dad didn't care what he did. He was supported by his family anyway, so it's not like he had to worry about money. So people are just probably telling him he's good because they want to be close to him, right? Like the girls want to get with him. He's got money. He probably has good looks. I don't doubt that he has good looks coming from this family. And so like they're gonna throw themselves at the chance to sleep with this rich dude. Okay. An insightful idea, miss. I've never heard of such a perspective on how to treat mental illness. I'm very impressed. The cream has long since melted into the Frank scanner. The conversation is much more interesting than the beverages on the table. Oh my god, Heinrich. Oh my god. Ugh. See, I told you, Theophil. I knew you two would get along. How could you not adore such a lovable and talkative lady? The amazing Clara. We met at an auction. She has a superb taste in the arts. Clara? Like Cacania? Heinrich's bouts of excessive enthusiasm are a lovable weakness of his. Rather than annoy, it endears his friend to him. He sweeps up his friend's cup and takes a huge gulp. Oh, by the way, Theophil, where's your sister? You said she'd be here today. I thought she'd agreed to come down to the cafe. Yes, she should have arrived by now. Perhaps she's been delayed on her way over. After the huge success of her debut, my little sister's the new star of Vienna. She's positively swarmed by her admirers on the streets. It's all very sweet, but as you can imagine, it can be quite troublesome.
Here's your coffee.
Sir, here's your coffee. Oh shit, she's about to die. The waitress lightly places it on the table. 1 Vienna iced coffee and a Maria Theresa. Enjoy. Her gaze lingers on Theophil, an ear smile upon her face. Her light brown hair is carefully tied up in a curly ponytail. Thank you, Hannah. Your smile always brightens up a long afternoon. You flatter me again, sir. She blushes and hurriedly looks aside. This is not the first time her dear Theophil has been so sweet to her. Oh my god, look at her falling for him. Oh my god, girl. Would you like a cake on the side? It's on the house. I remember you said you liked the particular lemon aroma of it. My mother grew those lemons. She brought me some more when she last visited. Would you...
Isolde!
Over here. Oh, Isolde, my dear girl. When was it that we last met? It feels like eons. Ugh. It was about 1.5 months ago. Poor Hannah. Being brushed aside. How unforgivably long. Do you remember when we were younger? We saw each other every week. I don't like you, Heinrich. Theo. Her voice is lost among the chatter. She quietly looks at her sweet Theophil as he gets on his feet and walks up to his sister. Girl, I mean, I get you have a crush on him, but like, you know, leave him alone. Like, he's a customer doing customer things. And you know, his family's here, so just talk to him later when he's by himself or something. He has completely forgotten about the lemons, or rather, he never cared about them in the first place. You were just a cafe worker. Why do you think Isolde is still that little girl who followed you around? I'm afraid you're terribly mistaken, my friend. She's the biggest star of Vienna and the best and most stunning Salome of all time. Her admirers fill the streets, and her work has shaken the art world to its very core. Putting both his hands on her shoulders, he basks in his pride for his sister. And all at the ripe old age of 16. Old! Old at 16? Dude! What am I then? I'm fucking ancient? Fucking dead? She's not some unknown actress taking minor role after minor role, nor is she one of those poets who end their miserable lives by plunging themselves into a river. No, it won't be long before she becomes the sovereign of theater. My point is, Mr. Heinrich, that it's very difficult to see her these days. But if you can make her brother's life a little sweeter... Wait, okay, that's true. It's the early 20th century. It's basically middle age. You don't wait. Isn't their lifespan like 35 or something? So, I am a hag, I guess. Oh, yeah, that's true. It would be a miracle if you make it past 30. So I guess 16 would be middle age if so like I guess you could say like what, like 90 is the new 30. So back then 30 back then would be like you're what, 90 years old now or something like that. What is like the common, what is the common age of death now? People live pretty old now, right? At least like 75 plus. It's 80s, 90s is when people start, or people dying. You think it was more around 50 or 60 at that time? Like before World War One? Either way, people did die a lot sooner back then. And they think 16 is old. Damn. Oh, Theophil, you crafty fellow. Heinrich gently punches his arm. Theophil giggles as he pulls himself away from his fist. Well, see, okay. In 1915, the life expectancy was around 46. So 16 would be already a third of your age, your lifespan. Yeah. That's about right. So, what is the life expectancy now? What's like the official number? The cafe is filled with their youthful laughter. Oh, excuse me. It's gotta be like at least double by now, huh? Versus like a... Can you all believe 1915 was over 100 years ago? It's crazy. So it should be like double now. Definitely. Theophil is not yet 20. He looks young, sweet, and happy, as free as the wind. He's in his prime. Because don't they say like when you're like 18, 19, that's like your prime for men. Depends where you are on Earth. I don't know. For at least a first world country, like U.S., Europe. I don't know. average life expectancy. Hannah moves her lips, nervously rubbing her hands on her apron as she tries to come up with more words to get his attention. Girl, leave him the fuck alone. He's hanging out with his friends and family. He's a customer. Like, wait till he's by himself. You are doing it all wrong, girl. Okay, from like a basic research, it's around 80. Okay, yeah. That sounds about right. Around 80-ish. According to the UN Population Division, global life expectancy has improved from 46 years in 1950 to 71 in 2022. Oh, okay. So it almost doubled. It's pretty much doubled-ish. So yeah, 100 years later, over 100 years later, it doubled. Because we're in the early 1900s right now. So yeah.
So see, I was right. 30 is the new 90s now. 90 is the new 30s now, guys. Back then they lived only really only until like what 30, 40. Now people live until like between 70 to 90 in my opinion. Honestly, from what I've seen. So yeah. That means I'm only a third into my life expectancy, okay, guys? I am the what would be considered 16 back then. So by that standards, I'm still fairly young. I ain't that old yet, right? I ain't a hag yet. Let me go off of those standards. Okay, anyways. She notices that Isolde is looking at her and lightly shaking her head. She's like, girl, don't do it. Stay away from my brother.
Yeah.
Thank you, but I don't feel like having a drink. That's funny. That's a good way to get her to go away. It was her. Her, how could I forget? How could I forget her? Oh, what a terrible, terrible future. Did it hit my head? Or was it my neck? Or my legs? My waist? No. Small beads of sweat glisten on the tip of her nose. She checks on her neck, but her back and her limbs, making sure they are still attached to her body. Eventually, her hands stop at her neck. It was here, yes. What? Clutching her neck with both hands, she crouches down to the floor. So much pain. There was... Ew! Is that like crunching? Like the sounds of bones crunching? Oh, God. Why? Why did it have to be me? Why not Teresa or Gregor? Not all who were trampled that day died. There were those who fell to the floor and those who were pushed in front of the guns. They had a quick and painless death, at least. Why me? Why only me? Why was I the only one who fell down the stairs? Why was I the only one who screamed in agony? Why was I the only one who suffered a broken neck? Okay, so she fell down the stairs. Okay. It shouldn't have happened. None of this should have happened. The road should have been covered in sharp gravel. Those creatures in black with their dark slime dripping all over, they started that demonstration. It was those creatures. Monsters. Hannah drops her head. Tears stream down her cheeks, dripping on her palms and pulling on the door beneath her feet. The door is now tightly shut. The door to the cafe with Theophil's name on it. Oh my God. On the other side, Cupid and Psyche convene. What the hell? It was the circle. It was the speech.
It's them.
It was they who were responsible. What? The puddle of tears beneath her feet confronts her with her own reflection. Her reflected face morphs into someone else's, Isolde.
The famous opera singer with a touch of sorrow. And the daughter of that mirror peddler. They killed me.
Huh? Oh. What?
Greetings. I'm Clara Wengler.
Perhaps you've heard of the Wingler's mirror. That's an invention of my family. From the other side of the table, the lady in the green dress extends a white gloved hand. Interesting. Okay, so this is their first meeting with Kakanya. And she is the leader of the circle, we know that. This is like the first creation of the circle. She is leaning forward so far that she is no longer sitting in her chair. This may appear to be too eager, but the smile on her face is sincere.
Isolde.
Howard told me a lot about you and your brother. I'm most glad that we finally had the chance to meet.
The honor is mine.
I'm Isolde. Isolde takes her hand.
Nice to meet you.
It's a privilege to make your acquaintance.
Friends. Interesting. Wait, let me gobble down a strawberry before we even go to the next chapter. All right, let's see what happens.
Oh, yes.
Yes, yes, she is Salem. She's mine. What the?
My Salome. My
Salome? Mommy. Oh. Whoa. Wait, what the heck? Damn, she looked good in that.
That's awesome.
Holy shit. That was nice. Bravo. Applause. Bravo. Fantastic. Truly fantastic. Another applause. Cliche. Boring. They are merely spectators. Distant observers. Their understanding of her is shallow. Of course it is. The concept of a seance performance has captivated the minds of the people. The hall is filled to the rafters with a crowd eager to see the horrific dead descend on this beautiful singer with their own eyes.
Look at this.
This can't possibly be a real performance. Excuse me. Some lower their voices, whispering in the silences between the cheers and applause. One cannot deny that she has become the character, but surely this is some sort of fraud. That voice is not her voice, and that dance is not her dance. Not even her expressions are her own. She's not performing, she's just using that freakish power of hers. This is witchcraft, insanity, I tell you. Praise, slander, their so-called fair judgments, all are like a raging fire, a freezing gust. They gaze at her face and the movement of her body and listen to her sing. But never do they think about nor try to understand who she is after the curtain falls. They only see her performance, the spirits channeling through her. No one has ever seen her true self. I mean, she kind of made it that way, huh? No one but me. Yes, only me. I look at her and I see her, not those spirits, but herself. I understand her. I am loyal to her, now and forever. She is my love and my muse. Oh my god. Okay. Interesting. Oh, be careful, Miss Clara. The rain has just stopped. Isolde walks out of the cafe with her friend.
Don't worry.
I'm used to cleaning the stains off my skirts and shoes. Although it is good to be careful, I don't want to have to wash them every time it rains. It would consume far too much of my study time. The girl in green winks at Isolde. Her eyes sparkle behind her brown glasses. She hoists up her skirt, takes a half step back, and deftly leaps over the over the puddle in front of her. You know, I've never thought of simply jumping over the puddles. Isn't it a little too eye-catching? You don't give a shit.
I think...
Well, maybe so. They link arms as they walk together. Oh, shit. It's the beginning of a beautiful friendship, guys. The distance between them is close to 0. Ah!
They're two new best friends! Besties! Especially when we're strolling arm in arm like this. A synchronized leap would look rather odd.
Yes.
But it makes a lot of sense when you're running. Of course, if you're running down the street, a jump will make you no more eye-catching than you already are. But if you're in a hurry, you'll be leaving the sight of others before you even notice that they're staring at you. Ah, like when you ran out of Miss Hornberg's window. Yes, just like, what? She covers her mouth with one hand, her eyes wide with surprise.
Isolde.
How did you know that? I thought no one living on that street knew of me. You should pay better attention to your surroundings. Isolde chuckles and looks up to the other side of the street. Anyway, you're right that you'd quickly leave people behind, but they'd still have their eyes fixed on you until you're out of their sight. And it wouldn't end there. Their curiosity would only continue to grow. Who is she? Where's she going? Before you know it, the seeds of mystery will have blossomed in every corner of Vienna. She looks back at Kakani and reaches out a hand to tuck a stray hair away from her face. Oh my god! I don't think best friends do that.
Yeah.
Not to mention that there's no other witch who would ever jump out of the window of a noble lady's room but you. Oh. Oh! Paparazzi? That was a lovely day. Oh, excuse me guys, I'm getting a little tired. The sun shone brightly once the rain stopped. And that was the day she first recognized my existence. The woman in gray closes the notebook in her hand and steps out of the shadows. Playwright. I'm a playwright. Please address me as such. Please, you must call me by this title. I implore you. The playwright stands in front of you. Now that she is closer, you can feel a nip in the air. A layer of gray fog envelops her, coloring the hem of her skirt gray too. Water is dripping from her clothes, forming a puddle on the ground. Oh shit, did she drown?
Oh, yes.
My clothes are soaked. I'm soaked. It's a long story. And an unpleasant one, or rather the least important. No, we must start with the most essential part of the tale. Here, hold my hands. She reaches out her hands to you. They are icy cold to the touch.
Yes.
Allow me to introduce you to my father first. No, this isn't the beginning of the story. Just an appropriate character to introduce it with. Schmiller, Topaz Schmiller, was a man with black hair and gray eyes. His father was a cloth merchant, and his grandfather owned a small farm. Having grown up in a financially sound environment, he didn't have to worry about feeding and clothing himself. This gave him the chance to come into contact with art and beauty. Thus, he became a gentleman. He was polite, read poetry, visited exhibitions, appreciated paintings, and watched opera. This was his favorite. He was deeply moved by the art form and attended the theater regularly. Later, he married my mother, a lesser-known opera singer. She wasn't famous and generally played supporting roles. A year after that, I was born. Okay.
No.
Family? No. I wouldn't call us a family. Or more specifically, I wouldn't count my father as a family member. He rarely spent time with us, nor did he have any kind of real job. He was far too busy writing poems and melodies. Despite that, he never managed to complete a piece. Just as he never managed to return home. Oh shit. Deadbeat dad? It was my grandfather who took care of me and my mother. I suffered no hardships. I lived a similar childhood to my father.
Certainly.
I received an education, was exposed to art, and was loved by my mother and grandfather just as he was.
Oh, yes.
I lived a life of calm, stability, and happiness, and as a result, I came to understand him less and less. Why would he choose to leave such a warm and loving family to live in a riverside cabin all by himself? Probably because he was annoyed. Annoyed by his wife and kids. Damn. What did grandfather mean by meaningless obsession when they were quarreling? She gives a slight frown as she looks up at the ceiling.
The distance between us fed the confusion and disdain in my heart. At the age of 15, I realized that his face had become faint to me. It was blurred, like a wrinkled handwritten letter with tear-smudged ink. Her gray eyes looked cold and hard, like pebbles at the bottom of a river. I was terrified. I knew we weren't close, but I didn't want to be a bad daughter who couldn't even remember her father's face. So I tried and tried. I tried my best to recall him. After a quick blink, she narrows her eyes. But as it turned out, my efforts were unnecessary. 3 days after I started trying in earnest, my father ran out of his cabin, screaming and crying, and jumped into the river. It was midwinter. He was fished out, dead. Damn. Mother fainted when she heard the news. Grandfather fell ill and was bedridden, so I took a carriage to the river by myself. That was the first time I saw my father completely clearly. I realized there was no need for me to worry about being a bad daughter. After confirming the identity of the body, I went to his cabin with the patrol. They helped me stack his things in the carriage and handed me a notebook. This proves that your father committed suicide, they said. I read it, of course. She clenches the notebook in her hand. Her previously wandering gaze fixes on you. Then I finally knew where he went when he wasn't home. He went to the Vienna State Opera, to Wiegel's Dreyer Park, to Der Graben. Stalker? Isolde Stalker? But he wasn't there for shopping or sightseeing. He was there for her. Oh, for Evangeline. Oh, shit. For the mom? She was the only thing on his mind. He praised her. He missed her. He began stalking her.
Down.
What a fucking weirdo. I followed her from the moment she left her house until the moment she returned home. He even bribed her doctor to give him first information on her health. Oh, shit. It was like the bystander dude. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. The burning passion in these scrolls surpassed all the poems and melodies he'd ever written, you know. Simply reading those words scalded me. They were hot, stifling so much that they almost killed me. I was trembling in fear. Damn, imagine being so obsessed with a celebrity that you neglect your mother and daughter. Your wife and daughter. Like, this is so weird. But I didn't know what I was scared of, so I kept reading in the freezing wind by the river, one page after another until I'd read every word. She talks faster and faster, a frantic enthusiasm taking over her body. She almost swallows her tongue in her eagerness to recount the tales. The last page was moist. Ew. Can you imagine it? Oh, excuse me. I need some water. So much reading. It was smudged by tears, just as my father's face was in my memory. Who is this person with curly black hair, a pale face, and a body as delicate as a champagne flute? What kind of person is a woman with a perfect and indisputable charisma?
Oh, yes.
I was desperate to find out. Before I could even realize what I was doing, I started running. I ran and ran until I arrived at the doors of the opera house. I had run so fast that there was sweat on my brow, even on that cold winter day. I asked about Evangeline's performance, only to find that she had retired in order to recuperate from her illness. Is that why he killed himself? What? The playwright calms herself. Her breathing softens, as if she hadn't said a word.
Oh, poor little thing.
Several years later, in mid-June, I heard that Evangeline drowned in the beautiful pond in her garden. Holy shit. She gives you a gentle smile.
Oh, yes.
You see, it was time she followed in my father's footsteps. Damn. I never met her. I never had a chance to meet her, let alone hear the singing that had driven my father mad. Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't say this out of regret. She grips your hands even tighter. It is impossible to pull away. Because Isolde, her daughter, had her debut half a month after her mother's death. Holy shit! Oh my god, that's so weird. I was there, just as my father had been at every one of Evangeline's performances. I witnessed her rendition of the Dance of the Seven Veils and how she enraptured the whole of Vienna. In my father's notes, I had glimpsed the first sign of her existence in the swollen ovaries of a rabbit. So weird. I know when she took her first step, how painful her night seizures were, even the amount of calming syrup she took.
Oh, yes.
I'm my father's daughter, and she Evangeline's. She became a soul stalker! Oh my god, so weird! Oh my god. Oh my god! Damn, they're all following in the footsteps of their parents. Oh god. How beautiful fate is, how it binds us together. That's wild. You mean, this is your original script? The leader of the opera troupe looks up from the thick manuscript on the table, a stiff expression on his face.
Yes, of course.
Yes, sir, this is an original, created by me. Miss Schmiller, I very much appreciate your hard work and persistence. Your grandfather contacted me and told me how passionate you are about playwriting. There is no doubt that you've put in great effort. I can see that you're wholly devoted to your craft, which is certainly a necessary quality for a playwright. And you're the granddaughter of my good friend. I even attended your debutante ball. So, much as it pains me to disappoint you... He closes his eyes. When he opens them again, there is an apologetic look on his face. We cannot accept your script, my child. He's like, it sucks. Why? It's much too risky. The story, that is. I understand that many stories are inspired by true events, but yours is simply far too obvious. Rosalie, the pretty and gentle heroine from a noble family, becomes popular after playing Salome. Her mother murders her father. Her brother burns himself to death. Yet she herself is sociable and surrounded by many friends. What the fuck? Together, they create an organization called the Square. Stop! She just really. Oh my god. She just. Wow, okay. Based in Cafe Central. Every day they talk about poems, share their thoughts and ideas. His voice gets lower and lower. Beads of sweat start to form on his forehead. Later, after Rosalie's father dies. Excuse me. Her tutor shows his desire for her. Oh my god! Oh, Jesus Christ. This is... that's gross. He claims to be her godfather. He longs for Rosalie so strongly that he threatens her with his power. Even worse, he plans to murder her best friend Maggie. What the fuck? Exactly, sir. This evil man manipulates Rosalie into dancing for him in a veil. How delicate, how kind, how pitiful she is. She's never hurt a soul. She's always kind-hearted and her gentle nature evokes empathy from everyone. She's sure to stir compassion within the audience's hearts. Dude, you're just so obsessed with Isolde and a stalker that you just took her life story and like, what? And made it into a play? And in the most crucial scene, her hero arrives, pulling her out of the darkness. He enters, a beacon of shining light, bringing salvation and happiness to Rosalie, and slaying Cameron the devil. The playwright shoots to her feet, knocking over the chair she was sitting on. Okay, I don't know. This is kind of a weird story.
Perfect.
Isn't it a wonderful play, sir? Why are you turning it down? Is it because of the buyout fee? I won't charge you much. As long as you sold stars in it, everything is negotiable. No, I mean to say... The leader mops his sweaty brow. The characters are too similar, or too familiar to us. Any audience member with a modicum of knowledge would know they're based on Miss Isolde, her brother Theophil, and her parents, and Mr. Carl. Ooh. Yeah. As much as I do, but I could believe that Mr. Carl did some unsavory things to Isolde, I guess after her father died. But yeah, we don't know what is true and what's not from this playwright's writing. Because I feel like some of it was true, but I felt like some of it also wasn't. So, I mean, it could just be how she interpreted things too. Like, she saw what was happening with Carl, and she was like, oh, he must be like doing bad things to her. Because, like, don't forget, she's obsessed with Isolde. So she needed like a villain. She needed to pin a villain. So, oof. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. That is what happened, because I could totally see that happening. But damn, it's not if it's not confirmed, then it could just be her writing. Although Mr. and Mrs. Dissendorf are no longer living, and Mr. Theophil, wherever he might be, isn't the sort to criticize a piece of art, Mr. Carl will not at all be happy about it. He'd never allow us to put it on. It's absolute slanderous.
Down.
No, it's not. I saw it all. He was reaching for Isolde's waist, that filthy toad. What are you so afraid of? Oh my god, girl. Like, It didn't end well. I returned home with my script in hand.
Down.
That donkey has no appreciation for art. He even accused me of being an untalented writer. How dare he say that I'm merely repeating the facts and that it's just an ersatz copy of Salome. I'm a playwright. You address me as such, do you not? How could I possibly hand over a manuscript as terrible as he said? Oh, he even said that Mr. Carl's a kind gentleman. Ha! Preposterous. I was always by Mrs. Isolde's side. Oh, what? You're a fucking stalker. No one knew her better than I. I knew her friends, her family, and all about that damnable old man. And he was just as I described in the script. She, too, was as I described. Young, beautiful, and fragile as a daffodil. You are crazy. You are Delulu. You are a fucking stalker.
Oh, she's the best.
Even aging couldn't befall her. That family curse has ensured that nobody in her family has lived past the age of 40. The only thing I think that she might be making it up is because she is seeing Isolde in such a high regards in a limelight, where anyone who makes a slight crazy little move, she points him out as a villain. So while it could be true, which I don't doubt, because honestly he's kind of creepy anyways and he's weird, I can't trust her words, especially like she's a little crazy. She's a little delulu. She's a stalker, guys. So yeah, I don't know. We'll never know since Isolde took out that problem. That's true. She took him out. Well, either way, like, look, whether he did or did not do such things to Isolde, she got rid of him anyways. She was like, bye. Like, although she said she got rid of him for Kakania, which I think is so fucking funny. Like, I got rid of the guy that you didn't like, my girlfriend. I'm kind of glad like she did it. I mean, in hindsight, it's like, oh, good for you, girl. Like, you got rid of your crazy guy, the crazy mentor guy that may or may not have been touching you at a young age. So yeah. I know Carl does just gives creepy vibes in general. I agree. Yes, definitely down for interpretation. Like it just depends, because I don't like, if it wasn't stated out right, you can't actually be 100% sure he did do that. I don't think, like, I think he definitely could have, but the playwright's words are not believable. So yeah, that's the only thing. Like, it could or could not have happened. We don't know. We can't trust the playwright's words. She's a stalker. Like, she makes shit up because she's so in love with Isolde. Okay, we're all familiar with the events that followed. Theophil set himself on fire, and Isolde became fragile and pain-filled. She eventually received shock therapy in full view of the public. She was trembling. The pain looked excruciating. I'd never seen her like that. I wanted to scream. I wanted to stand up and yell at Schwartz to stop the torture. I wanted to, but I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. I couldn't do anything. She releases your hands.
Oh, yeah.
But then I did it. I stood up. I scolded him. I ordered him to stop using that barbaric treatment. Good for you. Oh my god. She claps her hands together. Soon after, I raised the duel against him and won. I killed Schwartz. This is not how things went. Yeah, she's definitely Delulu. Like, look at this. Girl.
Perfect.
You see, that's when I realized it was I who was her hero. My script was always correct. We became close friends after that. Yeah, right? Like, she wants to be Kakanya so bad. Like, right? The playwright's just crazy. Holy shit. Like, everyone in this freaking story is crazy. Like, in this particular, like, Isolde chapter. Like, oh my god, everyone, the Lulu. There's no more Maggie. We lived happily ever after.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure this might sound a little different from the story you know, but you have to understand.
No.
You and I are
not.
different. There are clairvoyants in my family. My father had prophetic dreams, and so did I. Some say that it's a hereditary mental disorder, but that's not true. In my father's notebook, on a drenched page, he wrote, "This world is a false one." Because he had seen the true one, the one where Evangeline is still on stage, performing, he set off to find that world. Oh my god, like father, like daughter, fucking crazy! The playwright looks down and holds out the notebook to you. It's gray and soaked. Water drips from its surface. I went to that river again, but it was buried. You think it's schizophrenia? Isn't that also hereditary too? So it would make sense if the dad had it, the daughter also had it. I don't think he's talking about the world without the storm. He's talking about a world with that Evangeline is not dead in. Where the river once was, a railroad was built, bringing countless travelers to the city. I lay on the tracks, then I heard a rumbling sound. My god, girl! You're fucking crazy! She was definitely mentally not right. Oh my god. I lay on them. Her hand does not waver. She's still trying to pass you the notebook.
My Salome. My blues.
Oh. This is so fucking dark. The smell of river water fills the air. You see the playwright's mouth moving, but no sound can be heard. Hands shaking, she drops the notebook and grasps her neck. Another voice replaces hers, squeezing out through her throat. You recognize the voice. Oh! Trista's back. What a sickly little story. How on earth did you make it to the end? Honestly, I deserve a peppermint for cutting her off for you. Don't you think you owe me a thank you? She hops over to the table and sits on it. Oh! Wait, you're right. It could have been the deer that the train Hoffman and Marcus were on hit. Like, it didn't like delay them or something. Oh my god, that's crazy. That would have been brutal. And just to calm people, to make everyone calm, they just told them it was a deer. Holy shit. That's crazy. But those artists, no, those so-called artists, are always over-exaggerating to make their stories more dramatic.
Is that so?
Emile should be kind, good-looking, and fragile. And my little sister, of course, is more beautiful than a rose and more valuable than a diamond. She claimed that no one saw the real Isolde, but did she? Did she see the real her? Yeah. Trista stretches out a hand and points into the darkness.
What do you think?
What can you see when you peer through the cracks around the edges of a door? The faster you run, the more curious people become, and the harder they pursue you. Don't you think this is all too mushy? Heroes and beauties, salvation and light? Is this really the story? Trista's hand pulls you near. Look, I don't want you to miss this truly dramatic scene. You look back. The great door is still cloaked in darkness. In front of it, a great eye. Ew. Wet and hard like a pebble at the bottom of a river. Is Great gazing at you? Huh. This is so crazy. Like, holy shit. We still have more. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, This is getting really hard to stomach. I'm giving Trista a young, like a child, like how should I say it? Like a creepy child vibes, like sarcastic almost, kind of like nonchalant. Like she doesn't fucking care. Like she's just full of just like whatever, you know. Oh man. Okay, I think I need to take a break real quick, guys, because this is kind of long and it's crazy. I'm gonna take a take a little break to refresh. All right. BRB real quick. I'll be back. You guys use this time to get some drinks and go to the bathroom and get a snack too. BRB. Alright, everybody. I'm back. I've been reinvigorated to continue this dark, heavy story. Alright, we're on the home stretch, I believe, so we will finish this tonight. Alright, let us continue. Mother, I'm home. Mother. That's strange. Has she not come home yet? She should have arrived an hour before me. The huge mansion is empty. Mr. Dietersdorf has sent most of the servants to the farm in the countryside to harvest currants and raspberries. The fruits need to be harvested in time for the ball in July. Maggie. Is Maggie not home either? Oh, look at me. I've been far too busy with rehearsals these days. I'm almost as forgetful as my mother. Maggie took leave to visit her ill mother back in her hometown. Of course she isn't home. She murmurs, lifts her skirts, and makes her way to the sideboard. Theophil must have taken that pretty girl Mia out with him. She's his new model, so she spends little time at home these days. I wonder if model in this sense is like a synonym for something else, like, you know? Like what his current girl, his current plaything. That leaves the dark-haired Annalie and the lively Agnes. Yes, that's right. They're the only ones here. She opens a drawer, takes out some food, and looks out the window into the garden. Maggie's away. The bunnies must be hungry. Oh shit, they still got the bunnies. What number are we on now? Come out, Apfelstrudel. Yes, here comes your food. The little bunny licks her fingertip. Her fur is soft and fine. It is yet to be replaced by the coarser hair of adulthood. You've accompanied me and Mother for so long, and you've stabilized her condition. Yet still, you go hungry. Poor little things. Man, that's so sad.
It's alright.
Don't worry, I'll be here for you. Although I will be busy with performances, so it may be tricky to find the time. The last rehearsal went splendidly, you know. The singing, the dancing, the stage settings, everything was perfect. Heinrich, a friend of mine, has devised many clever tricks for the stage design. Everyone's been telling me that my debut will be fantastic. Everyone. Mother would be so glad to hear it. But she's not in the living room or the garden. Where could she be? What's that voice? Oh no. She sets down the bunnies, letting them hop freely in the garden. Oy. Is this when it happens? If her debut is coming up?
Yeah.
That's Mother's singing voice. She re-enters the house and follows the voice through the lounge, down the corridor, up the stairs, into her parents' bedroom door. This door, which has always been shut, is now open. She feels the wind blowing through it. Whoa. Whoa, this is so weird. Sleep, my darling, safe and sound. It has been forever since Evangeline last sang. Vienna has all but forgotten her voice. She sings a strange and unfamiliar lullaby, one that has been dug out from the depths of her throat. Her first daughter's lullaby? Her voice is smooth and clear, like a flowing spring, with a glimmering brass needle in her hand that has been driven into Mr. What? Wait, what? The glimmering brass needle in her hand that has been driven into Mr. Dittersdorf's temple. What? It was designed to look like a dagger, and now it is serving as a real one. She killed the husband? The dad? Isolde's mother pulls the needle from her father's skull. Blood sprays Evangeline's face and soaks the bed sheets. It drips down and pools on the floor. She's still a superb singer, even in this moment. Mother. Like a child awakening from a dream, Evangeline trembles and turns her head to see her daughter standing in the doorway. My Trista, is that you? She's gone completely cuckoo! Oh my god! Oh, my dear Trista, Mama's missed you so much. Her rosy cheeks glimmer with happiness. She looks like a young girl again. In this moment, Isolde's mother is like her daughter, and she's more like a mother. Come and see. Your father and I, and Anneli and Agnes are all ready. Ready to join you. Oh! Oh, my dear Trista, how stupid I was. Just like my mother always said. I thought about it over and over again, but I didn't understand. I didn't understand it until now. You were right. You were right from the beginning. You... Eventually regains the visage of a mother. Even her red dress looks heavier on her. She gently moves her husband's head from her lap to the bed and adjusts his body to a comfortable lying position. What the fuck? She gets off the bed. Steps. Oh! She killed the servants too! Holy shit! She gets off the bed, steps over Agnes and Anneli's bodies, and wraps her arms tightly around Isolde. Holy fuck. This is crazy.
Well done.
You've always been my smartest, most talented child. My cheerful, clever, unique little angel.
Keep in mind.
The world has always been nothing but a jester revolving around you, and you, the giggling queen. The blood on Evangeline's hands has dried into a powder. It drips into the air as she moves. The powder surrounds Isolde and clings to her skin. It immediately causes a rash where it lands, making her itch and burn. This is so crazy. She raises her head. Wind rattles through the window and into the room. She sees the wavering treetops outside and smells the sweet June flowers. So this is what Father was afraid of. Yes, and he should have been afraid. The smell of blood is so strong here that were it to escape the window, it would make any passerby crinkle their nose, and then people would find out what happened. This scandal will draw everyone's attention. Yes, even knowing that he may one day be a victim of mother's hysteria, he considered the reputation of the family above his own life. Oh shit! She did what she usually does to the bunnies, to the people around her now. Holy fuck! Isolde murmurs to herself, ignoring the rashes on her skin and her mother's embrace. She feels blood in her nose and that squeezing pain in her lower abdomen, just like that night when she was 6.
Close the window. Close the window. Close the window.
Oh shit. The seance. This is weird. Brava, brava. Trista claps, her chin high with pride. I'm rather good at telling stories, aren't I? Did you notice the connection between the two? They even ended in the same way. A follow-up? Oh dear, don't tell me you've forgotten already. Didn't that playwright tell you what happened next? Not long after, before my father's burial, my mother drowned herself in that shallow pond in our garden.
How pitiful.
Yes, you're right. She went insane and considered death the only means to break free. She'd had enough of this world. It brought her only anguish. To prevent her from hurting herself, Theophil requested the housemaid guard her door every night. Didn't work out. Trista hops off the table and steps forward. You know, even in utter hysteria, she was Vienna's greatest performer. On the night of her death, she awoke at midnight, confused. She couldn't remember a thing. She asked the maid for a cup of hot milk and honey and wondered why her throat hurt so much, why there were wounds on her hands. The maid, Maggie, obliged and rushed to the kitchen to retrieve it for her. In that short time, Evangeline ran across the hallway, down the stairs, through the lounge and into the garden. She didn't stop to look at the clematis, nor did she notice the scent of jasmine in the air. She simply leapt into the pond, crawled over to the pearl shell decorated fountain, and curled up like an infant in the water. She reaches out and touches the slightly ajar metal door before her. Oh my god! This door doesn't belong to Mr. Carl. You can tell because it's bloodstained and there's a shining dagger hanging on it. All the women in our family have met the same end, and Evangeline was no exception. That's wild! The golden rabbits have shown me far too many stories of how my ancestors' lives tragically ended. I have no interest in retelling them. She pushes the door shut. The next morning, when Evangeline's body was discovered in the pond, my little sister fell to the ground, twitching and howling like a drowned cat. On that day, the hysteria that had once haunted my mother well and truly manifested itself in my sister. This is like beyond like generational trauma. Like, holy shit. Like, oh man. This is so wild. Trista smiles and strokes the face that she shares with her sister. Do you remember what I said? That my little sister isn't a real actress?
No.
Well, that's not true, or rather not entirely true. She is, in a way, the most superb actress and liar I've ever seen. It's just a pity that she did it so well. No one could recognize her talent. Trista steps back, melting into the shadow, just as she had appeared from it. Fucking creepy child.
Door?
There's another door. You should take a look. Go find it. It's right by you. Go on, look for it. I assure you, it's there. Oh, hey, Disco Bunny! Thank you for the head pat. Oh, I'm gonna get triggered. Let me trigger it manually. Yankees! How you been? Welcome. We are in a very creepy story right now, so strap in if you're just joining us now. Ugh. This story is so wild. I can't with it. Oh no, you're stressed? Aw, well, I hope things resolve for you very soon. Get some rest, drink some water, and just relax as best as you can. Oh yeah, anxiety, I get it. Work, home life. Drink some chamomile tea. That'll help calm you down, actually. Oh, thank you for the bits. Thankies. Make yourself a nice warm cup of chamomile tea. Sit and relax on your favorite blanket or cushion. And just take a deep breath. It'll be all okay. It'll be all okay. All right, good night. Have a good rest. I hope your anxieties lift a little bit as best as it can. Good night, Snickies. Alright, guys. After a brief search, you find the door. Oh! A door of distress. There are white candles burning beside it. You hear the whimpering of sobs of someone's friends and family. A door of warmth. There are birds perched on it. They are chirping cheerfully. You push the door. It opens. The Dietersdorf house seems quieter than usual. Those who pass by do so hurriedly, let some of its misfortune rub off on them.
Isolde.
I'm so sorry. If you ever need someone or anything, I'm right here for you. Call me anytime. The company and support of friends are most important, especially during this time. And if you feel uncomfortable at home, you're more than welcome to stay in my clinic. She turns back to Isolde, who is standing by the gate. She is elegant and upright as always, her body slender, her face pale, her eyes black.
Thank you for your concern.
Thank you, Miss Kakan.
It's alright.
I'll be fine. You needn't worry about me. Oh my god. After a brief silence, she casts her eyes down.
Yeah.
The Dittersdorf family needs me as a hostess more than ever. My reputation is worthless at the moment. Given the circumstances of his death, Theophil's body isn't suitable to be displayed at a wake. Oh, what the? This is like... We time skipped to after Theophil's death? Holy shit. So, Mr. Carl suggested we bury him sooner so he may rest in peace rather than painfully linger in this world. The maids are packing his things. A third of his paintings will be buried with him. As for the financial disputes between himself and his models, they remain to be resolved. Okay. Holy shit. And She hesitates, looking to the decorated iron gate of the Dietersdorf house. Its recent neglect has allowed dirt to grow in its crevices. I'm the last living Dietersdorf, Miss Gakania. It falls to me to shoulder our burdens. I can't live like this. I can't let my wandering womb control me anymore. The fainting, the convulsions, those visceral disturbances, I will not allow myself to become some horrifying lunatic. Man.
Isolde.
I've decided to accept Dr. Schwartz's treatment. Isolde raises her head and gives Kakania a smile. Times are different now. New treatments are emerging day by day. I'm sure he'll find a way to help me.
Yes.
Kakania remains silent. Finally, she lets out a sigh. I really don't think Schwartz is the best doctor for you. You're a Dietersdorf, for goodness sakes, not some commoner. He's only trying to use your status to gain profit and attention. That's why he insisted the treatment process be open to the public. But, as your friend, I respect your decision, and I completely understand why you choose to accept the treatment. Just know that you have the right to stop him at any time. Please, Isolde, as soon as you feel any discomfort, any pain, promise me you'll tell him to stop. Can I do that? Every living person has the right to express their discomfort.
No, I think...
But if it's possible that, under the circumstances, you'll be unable to stop him. Kakania rubs her chin, immersed in thought. Then her eyes light up.
Don't worry.
Of course, the presentation is open to all, so I can be there too. I'll sit in the audience and keep a close eye on you. If things get out of control, I'll stop him. Ow. Kakania's face looks considerably brighter with this idea. Her voice is as clear and colorful as a parrot's. Aww. Isolde listens quietly, chuckling from time to time at Kakania's chattering.
Certainly.
Thank you, Miss
There's no need to
Kakania.
worry.
You're a great friend. Isolde looks at her, her eyes twinkling, A pink blush rises on her pale cheek. Oh my god! Tell me you're not lovers without... Tell me you're lovers without telling me you're lovers, right? She steps closer to Kakani and fixes her collar. Oh, as she has done countless times before. Oof, ooh, oh baby. By the way, when you were in the house just now, did you notice a door? A door? Puzzled, her eyes dart from Isolde to the gate and back. What kind of door? Just an ordinary door. There's nothing special about it. Huh? She blinks in confusion.
Really?
I don't get it, Isolde. There are many doors throughout your home. Which one are you referring to? Nothing. Forget it. It's not important. Having dealt with the collar, Isolde pulls her hands back and steps back behind the gate. It's getting late. You should head back home. Oh my, is that the time? You're right, I should go. I have a a visitor who requires the help of my witchcraft. Thanks for reminding me. Then I shall take my leave. Lowering her hat, Kakania leaves with her suitcase in hand. She quickly blends into the crowd. The maid steps forward and starts to close the huge metal gate. Miss Kakania, wait! Isolde's voice sings out above the squeaking of the gate. She notices the green feathers in Kakania's hat flick in the crowd. Yes, you called me?
Yeah.
If Dr. Shorge's therapy doesn't work, could you please treat me? Aww.
Of course. Agreed.
You're always welcome. Now the feathers jiggle cheerfully. Kakania swims against the current, returning to the gate. Oh!
Isolde.
You're my greatest friend in all of Vienna. I'd be more than happy to help. Aww. Dang. What a good friend. What a good bestie. Quote, quote, bestie. Oh shit. Already at the end? Oh wow. I didn't expect that. I thought we had like 2 more. At least kind of towards the end, the notes get a little shorter. Okay. Let us go to the last stage, everyone.
Yeah.
I have a small room. It has a simple door. The room is cramped. It's a truly tiny little room. But besides that simple door, there are many, many other doors in this room. Big ones, small ones, hard ones, soft ones, mushy and wet ones, warm and furry ones. They're in front of me. They're behind me. There's so many of them, and more keep coming. They squeeze me. Is she talking about the ghost? Do you know how that feels? To be squeezed by many, many doors. Isolde turns her eyes to you. I suppose no one in the world has felt what it's like. No one would ever place so many doors in one room. Door after door lies on me, compressing me until my skin, my flesh and bones squeak under the pressure. I'm enveloped by endless pain, as if my flesh is being torn from my skeleton. When I was a little girl, I read a story about a princess who tried to sleep on 100 layers of mattresses, yet was still kept awake by a single pea underneath them. Oh, I know this story. It's like the... I don't even know the name. It's like something, literally it's like the princess and the pea or mattresses. I don't remember. Anyways, when I was in when I was still doing technical theater or whatever, where we are like the stage crew, the back crew of theaters. My school was actually putting on this play. with the mattresses and stuff. They did like the musical version or whatever of it, and I was part of the the stage crew for it. that was interesting. We had to like, oh, it was such a big production though, because they did something with the stage that like they'd never done before. They like utilized like the sides of the audience. It was really wild. So it was a lot of work, but it was cool. I got to like do I got to help out with like, you know, making part of the set and everything. So yeah, it was interesting. Okay, so it really just called Princess and the Pea. But yeah, very interesting. My father called her the true embodiment of a princess, a good maiden with noble virtue and the most delicate skin in the world. He said that I should be such a lady, both sensitive and polite. Yeah, Once Upon a Mattress, that was the name. Oh my god, I was like, I know mattress was in the name. But yeah, that was the it was like the musical version of this story. It was cool. Oh, you were in it too? Nice. When you all put it on? That's cool. That was the backstage crew. It was fun. But am I that princess? Or that bothersome little pea under 100 mattresses? Damn. Whoa, you hated it? Oh, no, you were super depressed at the time. Well, hey, you were in middle school, right? Yeah, all that middle school angst. I feel like middle school, high school years were just kind of like not great for people, because like, think about it, we're teenagers. We were teenagers. We all this going through a bunch of shit and trying to figure out all our emotions and hormones and puberty, and yeah, you're right, it'd be like that. Yep, I totally get it. Baby, my child, my darling. Mother hugged me, as she always did when overtaken with despair. Theophil had grown up, and Trista was long gone, so I was her only choice. The day prior, her hysteria had burst out at a banquet, making her shame all the more potent. That's why she came to my room and held me close.
Listen, child.
You must always remember Mama's words. Don't you ever forget. You have to be careful. Don't allow others to see your vulnerability. Don't cry, don't scream, don't lose control. Don't make a fool of yourself. Your true self is filthy. Reveal it and it will hurt you, even kill you. My God. Hey, Greynex, welcome. Her hands squeezed my arms, quivering. I couldn't help but quiver with her. It will only make you suffer, keep you from your dreams, and plunge you into nightmares.
Oh,
it's the most frightful, terrible beast. It will tear you apart, just as it tore me, and your grandmother, and your great-great-grandmother. Man, what a cursed family if this just happens to all the women. Like, what the fuck? Maybe we just end the bloodline here. Like, come on. You must conceal it, Isolde. Not one girl in our cursed family has been able to survive in this world without doing so. You must follow the rules of society. I didn't fully comprehend what she meant back then. Curses, rules, concealment. It was all too complicated for a 4-year-old child. What the heck? 4 years old and she's telling her all this. Oh my god. Raven pools? Oh my god, Anike? Oh my god. Raven's already dropped? I don't know if I'm pulling for her yet. Actually, I don't think I am, actually. I've been so busy lately. I haven't been able to play Nikke in the past few days. I need to do my dailies. Gosh, it's been kind of crazy. So it's just a walking trauma, right? This poor girl. So I asked her what it meant, what I should do. There was a long silence before Mother spoke, so long that I almost fell asleep in her arms. In my semi-dreamlike state, I heard my mother's voice. It was soft and distant, as if floating down from a cloud.
That's right.
You must learn to play a role in life, my little Isolde. I know, my cough is so bad at night. Like, this stream has just been all reading too. Because this story is not voiced, so I have to read it all, and I think it's like triggering my coughing. I don't know. This cough is getting out of hand. Yeah, I'm usually okay during the day, but I notice at night, when it gets later at night, it definitely flares up a lot. Which sucks because I like to stream at night. Maybe I gotta switch to day streaming, guys. We'll see. I also think it's just when I talk a lot too. It also triggers it, which kind of sucks. She brushed my hair with her fingers, her face twisted in agony. She had been dancing in this pair of hot iron shoes for over 20 years, and in this moment, she presented them to me. Oh my god, is this like passing on the trauma, pretty much?
Of course.
You must learn to know what people expect from you. Then do everything you can to meet those expectations.
Keep in mind.
You have to work harder than anyone else to satisfy the people around you, so as to make their tolerance of you worthwhile. This is a lot to tell a 4-year-old girl. Like, damn. Smile despite your suffering and breakdowns, and walk steadily, even if your feet are crippled, even if the road ahead seems fine to others but in ruins to you. She cupped my face in her hands, kissing my forehead and cheeks. Her tears fell on my face like rain. She was in so much pain, for me and for herself. It was terrifying to wear that pair of burning iron shoes like that, but it was the only way our ancestors survived. It was the only way we would survive. And that was the first time I saw a door. It was small and blue, just the right size for a child like me to pass through. It squeezed into my room like a cat squeezes through a crack in a door. Eventually, I fell asleep in my mother's arms. Man, this door analogy, because this door was at the beginning too. It was not the door to the small room.
Mind your posture, child.
Oh, these doors appearing 100 times. That's right. Scoop up the spoon, soup 100 times. It was then that I saw the second door. You've done well, my child. See, your hands have stopped shaking. Mr. Carl stood by that door. His figure was formidable. I kept my distance. I didn't like Mr. Carl. Oh, shit! There we go. I figured she didn't like him. Holy hell. But confirmed. I'm actually, like, okay, as much as it sucks that she really shouldn't have been killing people, kind of glad she did get to kill him. She got, like, her kind of, like, revenge on him. It's kind of good. He was a deplorable character anyway, so I'm kind of glad we're kind of glad he got offed. I respected him, but I feared him. He seemed so tall to me, grander than a palace, more oppressive than a mountain. He haunted my every nightmare. In those nightmares, he was an entrance to a wide, luxurious ballroom. It was filled with faceless people, all staring at me silently. Sometimes I was disheveled, barefoot or naked, but I was always scrambling to cover myself up, to hide my shame. It's the door to the Dittersdorf house, and I am the last remaining Dittersdorf. It is mine alone. Of course it's in the room. It isn't the door to the small room either. And all these doors meaning something different. It's crazy. Literature. Art. Poetry. Stage design. Models. Romance. I think models in this sense, I think it means prostitutes or something like that. Or like, hookers? Maybe? You know, when you pay someone to sleep with you. Because they wanted money in the end too when he died, so he never paid them. I've never paid much attention to their conversations, but these words summarize the majority of their topics.
You mean?
Oh, what do you think, Heinrich? Theophil is an enthusiastic and perhaps kind-hearted person. He understood himself to be a noble man and a brother. I cannot deny that he fulfilled his obligations, nor can I deny his foolishness. He spent his days indulging in his pleasures with blissful decadence. Yep. He brought me gifts like a mayor's hound brought her its prey. And his eyes glittered just like the hound's did. I would thank him and take his gifts, which greatly inspired him to go on the hunt once more. As I'm sure you can tell, he was easily pleased. We had a simple relationship. Hey, why don't we start an organization together? I just thought of an excellent name. Is Heinrich a friend of mine or my brother? How did we even come to be friends? Stay away from him, girl! Our parents were close. He and Theophil grew up together. We'd spend long holidays on each other's estates since we were children. How time had flown. That little chatterbox had become taller than I. His fervor for conversation, although sometimes grating, was not without benefit, however. He introduced me to many new faces.
Of course. Agreed.
That's a superb name. I'd love to join. It was he who introduced me to her, my new friend. Lover. Girlfriend.
My Salome. My
Salome. She said it so sultry, like. What can I say about her? My mother's therapist, the gardener, and Maggie, the maid, were all her and her father's moles. Oh, what? Oh, shit! That's how the stalker knew so much shit. Wow! Holy crap. Who picked up the trash bags of old handkerchiefs, worn pajamas, and dirty bed sheets that were left outside the gate? Who ate the dead rabbit that signaled my birth? Oh my god, messed up. Oh, the stalker's on another level. That's so weird. Does the answer really matter? They were quiet, sincere even. They made no demands, no requests. They just wanted to watch her from afar. Like a pebble lying at the bottom of a river or in the gaps of a railroad, they lived in their own world. They couldn't even stir up a wave, let alone become the straw that broke the camel's back. They impacted no one. They were just fucking creepy. But still, when Mr. Carl's ballroom pressed upon me, so too did she slip into my shoe, a small stone, a perpetual annoyance compounding my great pain. My God. My muse. It's just as father said. Be generous, my daughter. It is an honor that they love you so much. Yeah, that's on another level though. Creepy. Be lenient. Let them be. He's allowing stalkers to just be? Jesus Christ. Sleep, my darling, safe and sound. This is how her story should end, don't you think? My darling baby. Trista, Isolde. I keep hearing things. My heart is broken. My joints are screaming. No, not my joints, my spleen. It feels as though it's ruptured, and there are a million voices shouting in my head. What should I do? What should I do? You need to help me. No, who can help me? She was in so much distress, so much pain. My mother, my Evangeline. She could no longer hold her baby. She could no longer live in the illusion of a forever young Apfelstrudel and Bloom. She was like an overfilled glass of wine that finally spilled over, staining the clothes of everyone at the table. This is salvation, my dear. The world is filthy. Just breathing is torturous. When she dreamed about Trista, When she saw that sweet smile again, when she relived her death, Mother found the exit of her life. Jesus. The door to freedom opened before her, and she was far too kind to leave behind her husband and maids. Evangeline followed Trista. Theophil followed Evangeline. My God. One in water, one in fire, they ended their lives. Not only had the curse taken Evangeline, but also the 2 remaining men of the Dietersdorf family. The curse that had once only plagued my mother's family had truly taken over all the Dietersdorfs. Holy shit! People started looking at me with pitiful and prying eyes. Of course they would gaze at a tragic but wealthy and well-bred girl like that. Especially those who had sons of marriageable age.
Isolde, my child.
Oh, my poor Isolde. Why is this happening to you? First your father, then your mother, and now Theophil. Mr. Carl wiped his tears with a white hanky, his face ruddy and full like a peach. The sincerity of his response made him almost charming. Was he always this way? Where was that stern, harsh gentleman from my memory? I thanked him, I consoled him, and I shook his hand. This was the Carl my father saw, wasn't it? I was an adult then. He was treating me as such.
Isolde.
Are you alright? Luckily, there were some more welcome visitors. A different kind of friend. A friend who stood by my side. A sincere, worried expression on her face.
Yes.
Call me anytime, no matter how late it is. Don't hesitate, alright? Probably Kakane is like the one thing that kind of kept Isolde together. She would have gone really, really off the rails much sooner if it wasn't for Kakane. Like, the power of just having a friend there for you is amazing. By the way, when you were in the house just now, did you notice a door?
You mean...
Oh god. A door? What kind of door? Huh.
It's a door. One of the most common types. No one would notice it when placed in such a big and magnificent mansion.
Shit. It appeared on the evening of my 13th birthday. Ah! I vomited on my bed that night. I couldn't digest all that cake and roast chicken. My stomach hurt. Those wandering spirits bent over me, making funny faces and silently clapping as I heaved up my dinner. The guests downstairs were waiting for me. I had to get myself together to go back and thank everyone for celebrating my birthday with me. But I was too tired. I hadn't had a good night's sleep in months. And that was when I came up with the idea.
Yeah.
I invited the spirits to fall upon me, whether they were willing or not. Oh shit. I utilized the spirits' proficiencies to do what I couldn't do alone. They helped me flatter my guests, behave well, sing and dance, read and write literature. They aided me in everything. Oh my god. This is when she realized the extent of her power. And I was able to rest. I was finally able to rest. Whoa. That's wild. Theophil's funeral is over. More than half of the servants have been let go. Miss Dittersdorf says she needs some time alone and refuses to receive any visitors. Isolde crosses the living room, walking straight to the sideboard. Maggie isn't home, so there's no one to take care of Bloom, Apfelstrudel, and the Nightingale and Swan. She opens the drawer and takes out a metal box of arsenic powder. What are you gonna do with it? It has been the most deadly poison since the time of ancient Rome until today.
They're my responsibility now. Oh my gosh, you gonna kill them? Here. Apfelstrudel bloom. Come have some. Stop! Not the bunnies! You're gonna poison them! No! She carries the box over to the tea table by the window and places the box on it. Be graceful, be self-restrained, and be kind to others. She tilts the teapot and watches the tea flow into the cup. Be compassionate, especially towards the less privileged.
It's alright.
There's nothing to be afraid of. You have the right to leave this ruined world. We must be an example for our people. Oh dear, you're twitching. It's alright, I'll hold you. Oh! This is brutal! Right? So many dead bunnies in the story. We must. Isolde drops her eyes. The arsenic powder dissolves in the dissolves in the hot tea as if it had never existed. What the fuck? She raises the teacup and slightly lowers her head. We must be virtuous and dignified, as befits our status, Theophil. In the teacup, her charred brother gazes at her sorrowfully. What the hell? How careless I am. I almost forgot the date today. What the fuck? She raises her head and throws the teacup over her shoulder, splashing her brother's face on the floor. She picks up her coat from the hanger and walks toward the porch, muttering to herself.
Yeah.
My new doctor. My Kakanya. Dr. Kakanya. Oh. What the fuck? What? Why was her brother just on the floor? Her charred brother? This is so weird. Yeah, it looks like she was about to kill herself with the poison. But she forgot she had an appointment with Kakanya. What the heck? So the appointment with Kakanya prevented her from killing herself. Huh. Interesting. The power of love. Oh, okay. Hallucination, symbolic. Maybe she's seeing the ghost. It's okay. Oh, it appears I've arrived a little early. It is good etiquette for a lady to arrive early to an appointment.
It's alright.
I can't wait. I have patience. Miss Kakanya. Oh, I suppose I should call her Dr. Kakanya from now on. She looks up at the closed door. There's no sign indicating that this is the consultation room. Oh, right. She doesn't have a medical license. Aww. It's like her favorite door now. It's so pretty, too. So she's painted the door this color so that the patients can tell where she is. How very clever. As she waits, Isolde murmurs softly to herself. There are so many doors in this world. Is Dr. Kakani a door too? What kind of door would she be, I wonder? Would it be green or shining like silk, perhaps? She's interrupted by a familiar voice.
Isolde.
Isolde?
Oops. Sorry.
Sorry I'm late. Oh my god, I'm getting so sleepy, guys. Kakania trots over to her, her lively green skirts swaying with each step. I was delayed. You know what I'm like. I swear I'd planned to return earlier to ensure this didn't happen. This is our first consultation, after all. Oh, I so wanted to give you a good start to our doctor-patient relationship. I'm really very sorry. Have you been waiting long?
Yes.
Are you tired? Oh, I shouldn't have kept you waiting under the sun. As Kakania continues her apologies,
She pulls a golden key with a green ribbon from her waist. A golden key to the golden lock on the door. She inserts it and turns it. The door opens.
Don't worry.
Alright, come on in. I'll fetch you a cup of tea. Kakani enters the side room. Isolde can see her cheerful green dress reflected in the corner of the mirror as she busies herself with the tea.
I'm looking forward to it.
Huh. There she is, reflected in the Vingler's mirror, the daughter of a mirror seller, Clara, Dr. Kakania. She's not a door. I was wrong. Very wrong. Aww! She's special. Kakania is special, Isolde. Oh! She's a key! Oh! Oh! The key that will finally unlock my door. Oh my god! Wait! That's like a double meaning right there, though. Guys, Kakania is the key to Isolde's door. Oh man. Bow chicka wow wow. Oh shit, they ended it there! Oh my god! Oh damn! Holy shit, guys. Woof! That was good. Okay. After all that, like, that last line was so good. Holy shit. That's crazy. Wow. We finished the small room. Isolde's character story. Holy shit. That was wild, guys. That was such a wild ride. That was dark as hell and so traumatic. Like, oof. Oof. Oh, okay. I hope Marcus is a little more lighthearted because holy shit. Ay, ay, ay. I can't with that. Oh, Bad Wolf, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Congrats on finishing. If you want to top off with a couple reactions, there's her character trailer. Also, official JP is still Kakani EP. Oh, okay, yeah. And then the kiss and nothing went wrong. Oh, guys, a lot of things went wrong, honestly. Oh, my God. And maybe a small room but had a large impact. Yeah. Man. Ooh. That was crazy. Wait, someone asked, am I pulling for the new character? Not
When
that I don't know, let me look.
There's a room like this in every mansion.
Go.
The seams of the door are sealed with
Whoa, this guy? What the? Holy shit. Interesting. I don't think so. It looks kind of crazy. Aleph. Interesting. Yeah. Speaking of mental illness, he's a mental illness patient. Yeah, he definitely looks like one. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna vote for him. Rayashiki event? I don't know. Is it spoilery? Maybe not. Depending when it ends and starts and whatever. Because I do want to do Marcus's character story next. And then we'll decide what we can do after that. Whether we continue the main story or maybe do an event or two. Oh, Rayashiki is standalone? Okay. Well, next week I definitely want to do Marcus' character story. And if we have time after that, then we will we'll think about events, okay? Oh, get added to reflection soon anyways. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, that's quick. Oh, is it this one? Pharaoh Rayashiki? Oh, it's a rerun happening. Oh, okay. Well, maybe not yet. Because you guys said a lot of the... excuse me. A lot of the events I haven't done are pretty standalone, right? So I kind of want to... if they don't really have any relevance to the main story, I kind of want to not focus on the events right now and try to catch up in the main story. And then we can go back and do all the events I've missed. So that's kind of like what I'm kind of thinking of doing. Now, if there's an event that like, oh, it'd be good to know before we do like a main story chapter, y'all let me know, and then we can do it before the main story. But yeah. Slow down a bit after chapter 7. Okay. Yeah, because I really want to catch up a little more. I don't want to be so behind.
On a night like this one,
so things don't get spoiled
to the sounds of
or just because I'm just not behind. So yeah, we'll see. We'll go from there. Okay. You guys wanted me. Let me look for. What did y'all say for me to watch? Isolde. Did we watch the Isolde character trailer last time? I thought we watched a lot of the Isolde stuff last time. Oh, we watched her EP? Oh, okay. Wait, which one? Oh, Isolde trailer. Okay, okay. I see it. Oh, my God. This cough's gonna kill me. I swear. Alright, real quick. Stop. Okay, give me 1 sec while I switch. Switch. Hey, thanks for popping in, K-Rider. Alright, let me do that. And turn off the game. Okay, that should be good. Wait. Okay. Alright, let's watch Isolde trailer then.
Tell me, Isolde, what do you see in the mirror? You can trust me. Casting off your shackles is the first step to recovery.
It's nice how they like animate a lot of the important scenes.
a family cursed by the Arcanist bloodline. Such fleeting, fragile lives they all lived. Shh, it'll be over soon. I have to be a perfect noble. I can't afford to end up like my mother and father. To be cured, I've tried all the treatments.
Man, they animate it so nicely in the trailer.
Listen to the applause.
They should totally add it to the game.
And yet,
Singing to channeling? She's a total fraud. But Olivia
Oh, that looks so nice.
Don't let her arcanist tricks fool you. She's but an empty vessel, a decoration. A maniacal imposter bewitching the public.
And what about you? How do you see yourself?
me? All of these interpretations are me.
Oh my
Doctor.
god. That smile. Holy shit. Damn. Is that not a mental mental illness smile or what? Holy shit. Oh, that's so nice that they animate the shit. Like a lot of like the important like cutscene image or like the important images in the story. And for the trailer. Okay, what was it? Hold on. You wanted me to watch the JP Isolde Kakani EP. Let's try to go to their channel then. Oh no, it's in Japanese. I can't. Well, let me try. Ah, okay. Is it this one? Isolde and Kakaniya. Aha! I can read a little Japanese. I have found the EP. Oh!
それなのになぜ今私はこんなに午前はのけぞりとらわれた音色が
Wait, this is so nice. They're singing together. Oh wait, okay, because I was like, oh wait, it's auto translating. Wait, I'm gonna get the translations because I want to know what it's saying. The auto translate's bad. Isolde Kakaniya. Kakaniya? Yeah. I need an English. Eh? What? Wait. Aha! Here we go. Thank you, kind sir, for Eden Blue, for translating for us. To the Madonna's mantle I offer jewels. And to the stars above I offered songs. Ooh.
それなのになぜ今私はこんなに午前はのけぞりとらわれた音色がしずくの闇に安らぎを垂らし望まれた調和を咲く
Look at these two singing together. It's so nice.
たった一筋
I like how Isolde is holding a candle too. So much imagery. Oh my god, right? They made a tragic couple song for these two. Oh, they couldn't have been more obvious about their relationship. Ah! Kanye's Japanese voice actor sings really well. Oh, the shift! Ah! It's so good! The nihility! Ah! Oh my god, that was so good, guys. Man. Oh. We didn't really what happened too. The lovers got pulled apart because, you know, like, oh man. Tragic lovers. Oh. My heart. Why? Why does Reverse have so much doomed Yuri in it? That was really good, though. Thanks for just suggesting it, guys. Okay. I think we will end it there. Thanks, guys, for coming to another Reverse stream. We got through Isolde's character story. that was I guess it was fun. It was very traumatic. Oh my god. But either way, it was interesting to see. But yeah, all right, guys, join me next week. Next week, we will do oh my god, excuse me. We will do Marcus's character story. All right, you guys have a good morning, noon, or night, whatever time it is for you, and I will catch y'all later. Bye bye.